Munch Pack. This they send you a box of snacks from throughout the world, and I guess they forget, but they already sent me like 5 boxes throughout 2013 to 2016, and they reached out to me again and were like, "Hey, would you like to open a box on your show?" And I'm like, "Yeah, send it to my PO box. There it is." They're like, "All right, cool." They sent it, and they're like, and every other time they sent it, I always got it at my house, but they had to send it to my PO box. It didn't show up. That in the belt didn't show up. So I'm wondering if like someone at the post office, like it's in the back somewhere, and someone fucked up, because it's weird that the belt is missing and that's missing, and both people that sent both things obviously sent them. So we're live on the pre-show. What's up, everybody? So it's really weird that
yeah, that's crazy shit.
Both those things are missing. Fucking Munch Pack, I want it. They send you fucking some bar like called the Taj Mahal bar.
What is that? It's like foreign, right?
Yeah, it's all like stuff from throughout the world. But the best was what was it, Leo? The Japanese ones, the Poxy or the Pixie sticks, Pocky stick. Yeah, those are great. We probably have them in the box wherever that is.
Dude, that's why I can't buy anything from Japan, like as far as food, because everything's like their candies are like, oh, that's, your version is a Snickers bar, our version is a fucking like an eel bar, like it's fucking like,
yeah, dude, they'll give you ground up schoolgirl clips.
Yeah, it'll be like fucking, dude, like fried catfish in a candy bar. What the fuck is going on here? Fucking sushi.
Oh man, I'll put some. We had sushi the other night.
Well, what's your sushi go to? Like, what do you like?
I like. It really depends on which place you order from, but the place that we order from usually, it's always like, salmon, like nigiri, sashimi, and like the little meat strips, the beef tataki, and then
right,
spicy tuna maki.
Wait, you don't like sushi?
White tuna.
Do you have to try it?
I love white tuna too, though. Just a white strip of white tuna.
Fat, bro. Why would I like fucking sushi?
Dude, spicy tuna is the shit.
That's why I order that every time. Yeah,
that I would eat, because I do like the spicy tuna.
Dude, my wife with the fucking mayo on it.
She puts pepper on her pussy some nights, so I'm
there
gonna
you go.
If you guys come to Boston if you ever come out here again, I'll take you to this place.
Dude, I told you I'm gonna be there first week in October.
That's right. In October, we can go there. October. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
And
going that week, I'm going to fucking whatchamacallit.
You're going away too? Jeez.
I'm going to the thing in the city. What is it?
Oh, that's right. You're going to the fucking Comic-Con.
Yeah, Comic-Con.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I bought tickets for it already. If I would have known he was going back to Salem, I would have fucking went to Salem again.
Well, it's fucked up because I fucked up. Bill Burr is playing at the TD Garden.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like, fuck.
But I'm kind of mad though, because like the funny thing about that, how I found that out was I went to look him up to see where his tour dates were, and I was like, I'm gonna go see Bill Burr live. Right. And then I saw TD Garden, and I went, oh no! Like I was hoping it was a smaller venue.
Right.
So I was kind of like, oh shit.
Dude, Bill Burr should be huge.
He is huge.
He is, dude. TD Garden.
He should be making movies. He should be like have the full-fledged, blow up.
I mean, it's pretty. Yeah, he's not quite like insanely blown up, but he is pretty fucking big though. He
is, but it took like with Kevin Hart, it took him years and years to get where he is now, and now he's like one of the biggest comics on earth. But for a good fucking 15 years, he was stuck in like that, like, oh yeah, he's funny and he's great and he's talented, people love him, but he's not a leading man, he's not a movie guy, he's not a, you know what I mean? He was stuck in that like. That whole pocket, which I think, Burr, I think he is kind of caught in that because he's so fucking funny and he's so talented. There's no reason why the dude shouldn't be having his own sitcom or, you know what I mean?
He does. He's got the F is for Family thing.
Right, on Netflix. He got the
on
cartoon.
Netflix.
Yeah, but I'm saying like this dude should be like heading some fucking like he should be heading some channel as like
he should be in a cop movie, like a good buddy cop movie or something
like that. Like give this guy something, put him in movies. He's fucking hilarious, dude. Like he's one of the best comics out there. How do you not? I mean his jokes are fucking like hilarious.
Right. He's got one of the top The thing that's what's annoying about all these people is like anybody who's talented anywhere, because podcasting has become a thing that anyone does, it sucks. All these famous fucking people. Like, you're already famous, and then they all have a podcast. So then if those get famous, it's like, Jesus.
I know, it's like you have to corner every market of entertainment.
Yeah.
Like, can you leave some of it to fucking some of us bottom feeders? Like,
you know, I mean, like, when he goes around and does little comedy clubs and shit, it makes between, you know, whatever it is, $500 to $1,000 to $3,000 a night.
Yeah.
Probably like $500 a night at a small comedy club.
Yeah.
You know, you make $500. I mean, I'm sure they go up on stage sometimes for nothing. They just go up and they're just working on material. Oh, it's up in here, fucking, and they just do something. But, you know, when you're working your small little tours, you know, you're making $500 maybe a night. But then when he goes on a real tour, like TD Garden,
Yeah.
or like shit like that, I mean, that shit's crazy. I mean, you're probably bringing in, you know, $5 to $10 grand a night.
Oh yeah, if probably
Maybe more. Yeah, I don't even know, but
Yeah.
that'd be a question for you. But you know, I mean, his podcast isn't as big now as Rogan's, but it's like right behind Rogan's. It's got to be like
Rogan's starting to lose a little steam though lately, man.
Really?
Yeah, his ratings are coming down a little bit.
Why? Probably because he's like supporting Alex Jones and all that stuff.
They were talking about it on his show, and I heard like a small clip of it, but he was saying that, yeah, like as far as like the numbers are starting to downslope on the show now.
Oh, that's probably fucking YouTube suppressing him. If he's talking about if it's talking about YouTube, then
yeah, I don't know if he was talking about YouTube or not, but he was, you know, he was like making comments about like, I don't know if it's the YouTube numbers or I don't know. It was something he was saying about like it going on a downslope.
let me go look. I'll look at his social blade. Hey, we're getting ready, guys. Bailey will be here soon, and I think Jesse should be here soon. I'm surprised he isn't here. What the fuck? Social, what the fuck am I doing? What am I, crazy? I just drew a blank.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
So what happened? So fucking Shoe Nice earlier, man. What the fuck? He got really... You know what I think it is? It's kind of like the equivalent to, like, if you were like, let me interview you. Okay, so, like, put it this way. Like, we got... All right, let me put my fucking windscreen on. Okay, there we go. Now I won't fucking pop everywhere. So it's like... It's like the equivalent of... you know, like Scott McKinnon. You know, if you're in a worse battle with him and he's like, I'll fucking expose you, faggot, and he's like putting out your number and doing all the stuff he's doing, and then like somebody's like, yo, I want to interview you, Ken, or something. So then you're like, all right, and then like you go on the show and then that guy calls up and he's like, well, let's hear from this guy. I mean, who cares? You know, you'd be like, fuck that. You know, it's. I think that's why, like that dude Weasel or whatever the fuck. That's like that guy is JD from New York or whatever the fuck. You know, so he was like triggered by like, all right, listen, fucking. This fucking guy follows me every day, and now he's on this thing. Listen, you want to interview him? Go ahead. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah, he was like...
I think he's had enough with...
He was like 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, really? That's like... Where
dude,
we're going with?
When he counted you down, though, that was like really weird. Like, that was like fucking weird. Like, I mean, I might have said what he said, which is like, listen, if you want to put him on, go ahead. I'm going to get out of here. I might have said that, too, because that's... This guy's following him. It's like Dan DeCloet calling your show and being like, you know, I'm going to be on now. And you're like, hey, welcome, everybody. Well, it's Dan DeCloet. You know, it's all good, man. Listen, he don't hate anymore, Joe. It's all good. I'd be like, you know what? Fuck this. You know, I'd be out of here. But, so that, I mean, I think that's where he was coming from.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know that, I mean, he warned me before we went live. He was like, listen, you're going to have a lot of hate in here. And I'm like, why? And he's like, because I got these guys following me and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay. And like, you know, there's nothing you can do about that, you know? And he was like, no, just be aware of it. I'm like, it's all good, man, you know? But, like, I went back and I read some of the shit that some people were saying and stuff. And some of it's like, come on. Like, you can't believe everything you hear. Like, you don't know if the guy killed somebody. And,
yeah.
Like, come on now. Like, you know?
So he was in the service, supposedly?
Yeah. He was in Iraq.
Joe Rogan's numbers are, by the way, just to chime in on that update, you guys. I don't know what Joe's been saying. Maybe his podcast numbers are down, but at least according to YouTube,
yeah,
look at his monthly views. Going back to last October, monthly views are up. Look at that. So whatever he got.
Yeah, I didn't think he was talking about like the views on YouTube. I think he was talking about more or less like what the.
Look at his subscribers. Boom. Not only are they trending upward, but he's hitting the all-time highest amounts of subscribers. Like, people are subbing at the highest rates ever.
What is
And
he altogether?
What does he have?
Yeah.
He has 3.1 million. And I believe he had like 1 million like 5 months ago.
And he has like 30,000 people watch him live.
Yo, could you
Yeah.
imagine right now, Keemstar is bigger than Joe Rogan.
Right.
Like, could you imagine sitting back and going, "Wow, man, the YouTube channel I started is bigger than Joe Rogan." Like, that's
But
just
what's-
fucking crazy.
What's
dude.
impressive about this is to have a show that's 5 to 10 minutes, do about 1 million views a video is pretty good, pretty damn awesome. But
Yeah.
to do about 1 million views per 2-hour podcast is ridiculous. And all the ad revenue because of the multiple ad breaks, if you have them, I don't even know if he has them. I don't even.
If you listen to him on a fucking podcast site, he does
Yeah.
his ads in the first 5 minutes of the show.
Okay.
He puts them all in, and then the rest of it's just a show.
Well, but on YouTube, I wonder if he has ad breaks. Let me look because I have
I
YouTube
think
Red,
that
so I
he
can't see.
monetized it maybe.
Yeah, I don't think he does.
No, he does. Okay, so he has 1, 2, 3, 4. He has 5 ad breaks in 2 hours. Not bad.
Okay.
But 5 ad breaks in, that's pretty damn good. That's like, I don't know, if he gets 1 million views, he probably, it's hard to come up with it. So my Roman Reigns video that got 2 million views existed before Adpocalypse, and that did $1,500 over the course of 2 years. So $1,500 for 2 million views. So imagine the 5 ad breaks though. So, but then there's Adpocalypse. So, he's probably doing about $5,000 to $10,000 per episode.
How much do you think, with his podcast, a lot of those podcasts have the same advertisers, Blue Apron and fucking...
Yeah.
How much do you think they pay him per episode?
Okay, so if he's smart, it's double. So, because I know about this because I have these offers too. So, especially years ago. But what happens is, like Blue Apron says, there's a couple different ways you can take the sponsorship. You can say, with Joe Rogan, he probably not only gets paid for mentioning them, so he gets paid anyway.
Right.
Then they give him his own code. So then he gets his own code. So then when people actually use his code, he gets a kickback from that too.
Oh, okay.
So they're like, okay, well, we'll give you, $300 a month, or probably $500 every episode you mention us. We'll also give you, $2 or $5 for every sale that uses your code, whatever the fucking thing is, 5%, whatever the deal is. So, if every episode he shouts out Blue Apron and 50 people sign up, he probably gets like $3 to $5 or whatever I don't know what the money is. I don't know what even that is. So,
Right.
but like Audible would I was doing Audible for 2 months. They had a 2-month deal with me. I can't say what the numbers were, but it wasn't a lot of money, but it was like,
Right.
Say Pizzeria was like, well, Pizzeria will give Joe, they give me like $100 to mention them for 2 months, and everybody that signs up for them, they give me $5. So I think
Right.
15 people signed up, and then I made that money. So, that didn't really work out too well for them. So it's, but for him, he can really demand what he wants, where
Yeah.
I can't really as much.
Yeah.
The best commercials ever are Bill Burr's commercials, dude.
Dude, I know. I was speaking to Cronin about this a couple of weeks ago.
We did a Corrupted on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were dying laughing. Bailey's was the best, I think, if I remember. Bailey said, oh, you know what I should do is try to trigger the sound so you guys can hear shit. Let me call on my phone. That just brought that up. Because I can play the clip of Bailey. He fucking goes, Stamps.com! What the fuck are you going to do with a stamp? Oh, well, fucking go to the site anyway. Oh, they're probably going to...
He's lost for advertisers and shit, dude. Like Blue Apron left him because he was talking shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because, oh, God, he's the worst. But anybody
Dude,
that
when he does Dollar Shave Club in that Boston accent, it's fucking hilarious. He's like, Dr. Covey's Easy Shave Butter.
I started thinking, maybe I should have, when I hear him, I'm like, maybe I should have kept my accent. Because, whenever I'm doing shows, I'm, trying to talk like it's, a little more clear. But it's
Right.
like when I start drinking, it comes out. I'm like, maybe I should just talk normal, like because it's funny when he's talking.
No, it's hilarious.
He's from right up the road from us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's from Canton, Mass.
Oh, okay.
That's like right. That's 15 minutes from me.
Easy.
Whoa. You guys hear that?
No.
No.
Oh, all right, we'll get it eventually.
That fucking young Republican man, motherfucker.
What the fuck with him?
Fuck.
I was talking to
Piece
Connie
of
about it.
shit. No, it's just a fucking like, why you gotta keep bringing up shit?
Didn't he get banned by Twitter?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did. Well, who didn't?
But I thought I just saw him the other day on there.
He came back again, yeah. Well, see, it's easier for him because, like, if you can log in under a hidden IP and then make your name like Bimblefuck, like, it doesn't matter. But if I try to make anything Joe Cronin at all, they figure me out, like, and I'm shut down again.
Oh my god.
I mean, I'm banned for life, so.
You're banned for life.
Yeah, I said 2 years ago now, I had 36,000 followers, and I said MTV hates white people. As a joke, I tweeted because they had that Dear White People video. I wrote in the comments, MTV hates white people. 20 minutes later, my Twitter was shut down, and it was suspended. And I was like, oh, am I going to be, when's the suspension end? I found out it's a termination. And I made a new account, and a day later, my account was gone. And they said, you have tried to evade Twitter's policy, blah, blah, blah. And I found out that I'm banned for life on Twitter. And the last one, for some reason, I got away with it for like 6 months. And the other day they tweeted out, we will be going through thousands of Twitter accounts, anybody who was evading our system to take them out. And then they did. And so,
Well, what did you exactly violate? Like, what the fuck did they say you did?
no idea. Originally, they said that I was some kind of fake account creating spam accounts or something.
What?
Yeah, it made no sense. You know what it is they thought I was a Republican. That's what it is. They thought I was a Republican, so they banned me. That's what it was.
But they're the only platform that hasn't banned Alex Jones, right?
yeah, and I don't know if that's like if it's like a gimmick or something. Like they're trying to I don't know what's going on because they're shitheads. So why is Alex Jones still on Twitter, but I was banned for saying MTV hates white people? Like I was banned for life.
You can put
for that.
outright pornography on that.
Yeah, I've seen people doing all these things. Like, but I'm
Yeah.
banned because I don't know. And yeah, why is Alex Jones there then? Like that, it is a little weird that he's still there because he's gone from everywhere else, and that's weird too. That's fucked up that he's gone from everywhere.
Yeah,
but
I
why?
agree.
But the conundrum is, why isn't he gone from Twitter? It's almost like they planned it. Like, listen, Twitter, like we're all gonna do this, but you don't do this so that he's not completely suppressed. So we, you know, what I mean, we don't cause too much, and then I don't even know. I have no idea because I would think they'd hate him because everybody else hates him, but nobody should have banned him.
No. Especially
So-
because now it gives them more credibility than they originally had. Cause
Yeah, now
people say,
everybody's like, he's right. He's been saying they're gonna ban him for years. Why would?
but now it's
Dude.
like he must be right about something. He must have hit a chord
He's,
somewhere.
well,
Yep.
he does though. He for every 7 things he says that are retarded, he says 3 things that are true.
Right.
You're right.
Here's what's gonna happen. First of all, he's gonna sue Vimeo and shit because they banned him, but he never broke their rules because he never signed up for them. So you have to agree to the terms before you sign up. So I think he's gonna probably. I don't know. You can sue them for something. I think like because just some kind of discrimination or something. Because he never signed up for their rule. He never said, "Okay, I acknowledge your rules." So you can't they just banned him. He's not even on Vimeo. I can't believe Vimeo would ban anyone. They charge people $700 a month, or it's $700 a year to live stream.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Fuck.
Holy shit.
it's fucking $300. It cost me $150. I have a Vimeo account, $150 to have
$150?
for my fucking Vimeo account. Tommy would like that. It's crazy. Everyone's being suppressed. Even my videos don't go out the right way. Droves of people telling me they're not seeing my videos. That's crazy.
I was seeing your videos fine.
Yeah, but a lot of people saying they're not. And a lot of people said they don't have a problem either. I don't have a problem. I go on my other accounts. I see my videos. But then there's some people like I get unsubbed to, or I don't see their videos. It happens to me. And I go, what happened to this guy's videos?
Fucked up.
And one day I go, oh yeah, and I fucking have to look them up again, and I end up subbing to them. Or I am subbed, but I look at my feed.
Cronin, I hear something.
Me too.
All right, I thought that was you.
I think that's Filthy having a cigarette or something.
Oh yeah, what the fuck is that? Hold on, let me do this. Hold on.
Boom.
Flirt and bleeding drug.
Is it gone now?
Yeah, it's gone now.
Okay.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
But think that like
You just want to push that shit, dude.
Schwarzenegger. The way he said it, dude, was fucked up, dude.
No, I know he
Yeah.
did.
And it was
fucked
him.
up.
It was actually Arnold Schwarzenegger saying it.
I know.
yeah.
He's like, I'm a Schwarzenegger.
He's like, I got away with it. But it's but it's so weird, dude. It's like the you don't want to talk about politics, but it's just in everything. It's
Yes.
affecting everybody right now. There's a guy who's not even that bad of a guy, right? Like, I don't necessarily agree with the dude, nor would I watch his content, but who cares? But anyway, he's banned from because MasterCard refuses to process his payments. So Stripe banned him. So Stripe alerted him to like, hey, we don't support your type of content, so yeah, we're not going to be processing your payments. So then he started doing something else, and then MasterCard said they won't process his payments, and he's also banned from PayPal. So he has like pretty much no real way of making his income on his show. But I heard his stuff and I've listened to his things, and he's fucking weird, but he's like nowhere near, like there's worse people out there. So this guy is like has literally gone to the internet to do his show on his own website because he's banned on everywhere, even Patreon. He's banned everywhere. He goes onto his own website to do his show. MasterCard won't process his payments because they don't agree with whatever he's doing.
What about Visa?
I think Visa's okay. But if any of his customers want to use MasterCard, it ain't happening. I'm sure Visa's next, though.
This is literally in our faces a corporate conspiracy right now.
Yeah.
This is what this is.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
The problem I have with, listen, I have a problem with any censorship, but I have an extra problem with this because all these fucking companies that are censoring him, they got some sort of government subsidy down the road from fucking U.S. government, whether it be tax breaks, whether it be free money to build their business, and they don't fucking deserve that anymore. If you're gonna fucking silence people in this country, fuck you. You don't get dick anymore.
Yeah, I don't understand it, man. It's so bad, and it's like, and unfortunately, like, right now the government part, most of the government and the rich stuff are controlled by people who are whatever on the right, but a lot of the left-wing people are ignoring this stuff, but they're the ones running the social media aspect. They're the ones banning. It's like they're banning a lot of right-wing stuff, and it's like, dude, I don't want to ban anybody, even if they don't agree with them. Why would you want to ban people and stop them from making money? Like, that's fucked up. Like, you're taking it to a sick level. Like, I don't agree with all kinds of people, but I'm not going to say I hope MasterCard stops processing the payments and they don't sell like, it's just so fucking evil. Like, what's happening?
It's ridiculous.
I don't know what's up with Bailey. I keep inviting him in and he keeps dropping. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Let me try again. I'm trying to add Bailey. Let me know when you're here.
This shit all started with Milo.
Yeah.
When they fucking Twitter banned him first, right? I think it was Twitter that fucking.
Yeah, the Ryan in the chat's like, I'm sick of it and I'm left-wing. Ryan, I was a left-wing person too. I don't want to be anything to do with anybody on the left or right. I don't want to be anywhere near it. And
I agree.
It's really the extreme right and the extreme left. I mean, we're all...
Yes.
But it's so bad. They're taking our lives over. We need to, like, the 70% of us that are normal need to fucking speak out against the people on the right that are being too far and the people on the left that are trying to take away speech. Like, the normal people have to really take this thing back, and that's the issue right now. This is crazy. Like, who would? Because I mean, that's why I'm banned on Twitter. It's because I said MTV hates white people. They were like, oh, he must be a right wing person, so they banned me, and it's like I wasn't. I was just fucking saying.
You were just saying shit, like
yeah, like the video was kind of fucked up. I mean, dude, there's people who were in the comments of that exact thread. There's a black guy, and there was black people in the comments. They were like, MTV, fuck you, MTV. Or like, I'm sick of this race shit on MTV. You become faggots and stuff. They were dropping all kinds of swears and stuff. None of them got banned. Why the fuck did I get banned? For life. For life. I'm banned from Twitter for life? What the fuck? For saying that?
Listen, George Carlin used to talk about this shit years ago.
Yeah.
He said, you know what? He's like, when I was growing up, there was like 15 media companies. Now there's 4.
Yeah.
There's 4 major media companies that control all the information you get.
Right.
If you don't see there's a problem with that, you're fucking crazy.
Right.
Because this is the shit that can happen.
Well, and that's the thing too. Ryan makes a good point. Like whenever, because when I started switching a little bit, being a little bit more leaning, a little to the right, a little bit, but a little bit more. I'm like rogue. I'm not on either side. I'm rogue.
Right.
But I would see people being like, fuck all those people, and it's like I know that those people aren't. I know that you're, a traditional liberal, so you're a traditional person. So it's like you're normal, like probably we all were. Like, but there's this extreme group on each side that have taken over. It's fucking crazy. There's like double extreme. Bailey, can you hear us? Bailey. You're in the call though. I can heard a crickets a second ago.
I know. What the fuck?
What the fuck? Bailey, can you hear me? Fuck. He's in here though. I know that, Bailey, so we can hear we heard you for a second.
Oh my God! Hey, can you guys hear me?
Oh, now we can hear you, yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh my God! We could hear you though for a second. We did hear you.
Oh my God!
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! Damn it!
What's the matter? It's like he can't hear us. Is he having problems hearing us? Because we heard him.
Yeah, I heard him.
Yeah, everybody heard him. We heard you, Bailey.
Oh my God!
Weird.
Oh my God!
What's up, everybody in the chat? We'll be there in a second.
Oh my God!
No, weird. I don't know what happened to him. It's like, yeah, we could hear him.
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
He must be having a problem on his end still, though, because he didn't say anything like, where are you? I just texted him. Oh, now he's calling. Fuck. Oh, and then it didn't do any. Oh, there he goes. Again. Can you hear us this time? Hey, I can hear the crickets again.
Hey, I can hear you guys now. Holy
hey,
shit!
There you go. We can hear you every time. We're like, what the fuck is he doing?
I don't know what the fuck was going on with like my output or something. It was
Wildly wrong.
Oh.
Oh my God!
Wildly gay.
Oh my God!
Hey, Bailey.
Yeah. Oh my God! What the hell?
Did you see that last night, Ken? That fucking thing?
No, what?
This guy got arrested at the airport, and when he's getting tackled, I played it on Monetize This, we're fucking dying at the end. And he gets arrested, and like as he's getting arrested, he goes, fucking, oh my God.
Oh my God!
You know when you're getting arrested and you scream out something like that, you know you've never been to jail before.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's this guy.
That's like you saying, I might get potentially fucked in the butt in the next couple hours.
What was he getting arrested for? What did he do?
So, okay, so I played this on Monetize This last night, but it's so fucking hilarious. Number 2, this guy looks like and sounds like Will Ferrell, kind of. So it's really funny. So he got kicked. I guess they wouldn't let him on the flight, or he got mad about his flight or something. So then he like some cops came up to be like, hey, calm down, like what are you doing? And he was like getting really mad. And then when they told him like, yeah, you're not gonna be able to fly, you know, then he flipped out and was like, arrest me or something. So when he said arrest me, then they were like, okay, and they went to arrest him. And then he started like freaking out. And anyway, here it is. It's really fucking hilarious. I know you guys probably saw this on Monetize This, everybody in the chat, but if you didn't see this, this is gold.
A soul of rotten, gross garbage, right? So, no, not at all. You want to test me? Nothing. Yeah, because I'm pissed off. All right. Yeah, well, you know, you get pissed off. You probably are bigger than you are right now. So this guy is trying to provoke me. He's a law enforcement officer, and he's trying to provoke me. Do you know how to de-escalate things, genius? No, you're not. Yeah, you're talking about me foaming at the mouth. Is that going to de-escalate things, genius? Do you have training, genius? There's no alcohol. You want to test me? You wanted me to count backwards? Come arrest me or give me a fight. They're arresting me. They're arresting me. They're really de-escalating. Hey, don't right? Stop me. I'm not.
When he goes, I put it in Skype. I didn't realize it wasn't in Skype. Watch it now. He goes, they're arresting me. Like they're arresting me. Well, you asked them to.
Really doing it.
They're really doing it. He looks just like Will Ferrell, dude.
They're arresting me. They're arresting me. They're really de-escalating. Hey, don't right? Stop me. I'm not. Do not hurt me. Do not hurt me. Once again, do not be rough with me. Look at them. Look at them. They're gonna beat me up. Look at them. They're gonna beat me up. Don't beat me up, you mother. Don't beat me up. Look at them. Oh my God! I can't believe they're doing this. Oh my God.
Can I tell you, if that was a fucking black man, like this would have went totally the opposite way.
Well, according to him, this is exactly what it's like. In a minute, you'll hear that.
It's easy on this white dude. It's fucked up.
They'd smash his face off that fucking floor.
Yeah, the knee would be back in the neck. It's such bullshit.
To be honest, I've seen them do this I've seen them beat the shit out of white guys too. But they're in an airport, so they're being, you know what I mean? Like if this was in like out on the road or something on a road stop, like the guy'd be waffled. But
hey, look what they're doing. Hey,
look what they're doing.
Oh my God, I can't believe they're doing this.
Tucks his hand in like a newborn baby.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Hey.
It's like he was singing right there, like, oh my God.
Yeah, that is true. Only white people get talk to the cops like that, man. Get to look the cop in the face and go, "Don't hurt me."
Yeah, don't you hurt me. Well, wait till you hear what he says next.
Get on the other side. I'm not listening. I'm supposed to be rough with me. You treat me like a black person. You're gonna get sprayed. You're gonna get sprayed. Release your hands. Put it behind your back. You understand me? You treat me like a black person. You're gonna get
Fuck. They bleep out the word "fuck" though. Make sure you bleep that out. You know.
Jesus, they treat me like a black person. No, they would have
so fucked up.
They would have shot you.
Start at the TSA? Was it a TSA thing or was it an airline thing?
It looks like Orlando Police on that guy's shirt.
Oh my God!
No, like in other words, did he start the beef with the TSA and then the cops came? Or
No,
was
he
it like
started it with like the concierge person of the whatever the flight is, or.
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Bailey
you treated me like a black person.
Are you gonna treat me like a coon?
Take me to Disneyland!
have no balls.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Are you gonna treat me like one of the spooks?
It sounded like the beginning. It sounded like the beginning of a concert. He's like, "Oh my God!"
You could totally edit like a band walking out on stage.
Yeah.
Hear,
Oh my God!
Like how funny, like instrumentals come in there right there, like electric guitar come in right after that, like, "Oh my God!" You know, like,
like, oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, Celine Dion. Here she is.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Lying beside you.
I just want to punch up.
Well, she's doing
Her and
she's
that
doing a
fucking
she's doing a
voice.
Journey song.
What a
Dude,
fucking
Do you
twat.
remember when she fucking went on that rant during Hurricane Katrina?
No,
When she's like, "Oh my
Yeah, I remember.
god,"
with her
that's
French
hilarious.
accent, like
No, she's like, "Go in there and take a kayak. Go to those walls." Like, what the fuck? You could take a kayak.
How about I go to your walls, you old fucking marrying old men cunt?
Well, where's her fucking Julio or whatever that guy she loves so much? He's dead now.
Oh my god! You're gonna find me dead!
Oh my god.
You're gonna find me dead! Oh my god!
Sounds like the same guy, dude.
You're gonna find me dead! See Hamill fire.
I forget what I saw her like do a live show on YouTube one day, and man, she
Dion, really?
killed it. Yeah, I was watching. I was like, damn, this was really good. I don't know where. She's
Honestly,
alright.
do you think she's hot at all?
She's kind of bizarre. She was definitely like she's one of those people like when you're young. She was younger. I was surprised by how she looked once I saw how she really looked, because like she used to have that shorter haircut in like the mid '90s, and I saw her makeup and I thought like that girl looks kind of hot, and then I realized she was older, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute,
Yeah.
she's like older. Now, I think she's like Dixie Carter hot from TNA. Like she's like, I don't know. Like
I would totally bang Dixie Carter.
yeah. And I was DMing her for a while too. I should have.
Dixie.
Thanks,
You know,
Dixie.
Celine Dion's got like steak 'em between her legs.
Yeah, she has to like unfold it before you fuck her. She's
Oh.
like, hold on, let me just unfold it like it's luggage or something.
She's got a fucking Arby's tattoo on a fucking top of her.
Oh,
Oh.
Let me get some of this roast beef.
Oh.
Curtain. I can just drape it over your sack.
Jesus.
She just drapes her pussy over your dick like
She was-
All right, we got it.
She has to
Put some
wear.
fucking horseradish on that cunt.
She has to wear a dude. She has to wear a pussy bra. Oh man,
I love everybody. Oh god.
Celine Dion.
Oh my god!
Oh, this is kind of hot. It's her face, you know. She's got like a football face, you know.
Peanut butter and jelly.
When you see her here, you're like, oh
What
yeah.
does he say? Peanut butter and jelly?
Oh, between your legs.
Look at those legs open.
Look at
You
that.
see a big fucking smiley roast beef character come out from under there like, oh, what's going on?
Oh,
Give him the microphone. Imagine she just put the mic by a fucking crotch at one moment. She's like, everybody, my new partner. And then she just puts the mic down there and you just hear like roast beef starts singing.
oh man. It's all coming back to me now.
She can beatbox with her pussy.
She's like, ladies and gentlemen, the human beatbox. And it doesn't sound right. It's just like air.
It's just like,
Oh my god. I had the last mango in Paris. That's a Jimmy. Go back to the Jimmy Buffett stuff. Oh my god. I wonder how many I would kill if my mother would have taken a fucking like a camera to record like on her like chest or something, like just to record the audience to see how many mangled fucks there are at that fucking Fenway Park show. Jimmy Buffett like, yeah, fucking Margaritaville. In fact, I bet we could just look up Jimmy
my
Buffett.
carnivorous habits.
Let's look up Fenway. Maybe we can find somebody. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's 7
All
years
you're going
ago.
to find there right now is a bunch of wins.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, what is Fenway named after?
We're
Do you
talking
guys-
about that. I forget what it is. There's a reason, and I can't remember.
It's like some old, like normally it's like, oh, Mr. Charles Fenway bought the team in 1895.
It's named after fucking Fenway.
Hey,
Mr.
my
Fenway.
father's name is fucking Fenway.
No, it's
First
something
name
else.
First name Facken.
Last name Fenway.
It came from its somebody used to say it was named for the location.
It's the location, which is called the Fens.
The Fens.
Hey,
yeah.
can somebody call up fucking on the phone? The ticket booths aren't working. Somebody
not-
get a hold of fucking.
Yeah, it's not a street, but it's
on the
like
phone right now. Get Mr. fucking Fenway.
that's why back in the day they'd be like, "You going down to the Fens?" Yeah, we're going to the Fens. So Fenway Park. The fucking Fens. The Fins, like Jimmy Buffett. Fins to the right.
The funds.
The Fonz. You ever been fondled by the Fonz? Let me see if I can find it. I want to
I love you.
P. Tommy? Man, he looked like a dead corpse. Like when I started watching earlier, like he was like dead.
I know. It's like he cut. You know why? You know why?
He ate a fucking 5-pound bagel. That's
You know
why.
why? Yo, you want to know why, Joe? Honestly,
Yeah.
I think it's because he did an interview with Shoe Nice years ago, right? And he said for the longest time to me that Shoe Nice like fucked up the whole interview, wouldn't really give him time to talk to him, and like on the phone and everything. He couldn't wait to get in there to tell him that.
What did he say?
Hey, remember when I fucking interviewed you?
Yeah, he couldn't wait to say that to him.
And what did he say? Did he say?
So
anything?
I think once Tommy got that out, it was kind of like, all right, you know, I don't need to be here anymore, so whatever. But yeah, I think that's what it was initially about.
Oh my
And he
God.
told him about it, and he was just like, oh yeah, I don't know, I'm sorry, man, or something like that. It was like something just.
Come see Jimmy Buffett live, or as we call it, Geriatrics live. Look at this. Look at that. Watch him lick his lip. That's what Jimmy Buffett looks like. Captain Picard now. And then now watch. Wait till you see the keyboard player. Watch this. There's Buffett.
The keyboard player is like a fucking.
Oh my god.
Guy's like a skeleton.
It's like a Grateful Dead video.
Yeah.
In Retirementville.
The keyboard player's all like, I don't know where I am.
You know a band is old when they got to have some young guys up there with them, and they're just like, please come up on stage with us.
Yeah. Pretty soon the whole band is dead except for Jimmy, and everyone else is 20.
Dude, the fucking keyboard player looks like he drank out of the wrong grail in Indiana Jones. Fucking.
Dude, the keyboard player looks like fucking the guy from Bill and Ted. Looks like Socrates.
They should just acknowledge how old and pathetic they are, and just have like old ladies dancing on the stage.
But you know what? You know there's like thousands of like 20-year-olds in the crowd. You know?
Oh yeah.
I'm fingering my walks.
It's like every it's
I'm
like,
at Fenway, yeah. I'm fingering my walks.
hey, last night we saw the Yankees die here. Now we're seeing Jimmy Buffett die here.
Jimmy Buffett was dead before they wheeled him out here, Dad.
I can't fucking believe we're here. Oh
Hey,
my
fucking-
God. Tommy, look at fucking Buffett's cock. Dude, you can totally see he's got a boner right now. I love you, Buffett.
Oh, what's left of it?
Oh my god.
Dude, how many...
Sound like
That's
somebody grabbed his sack.
That's what the crowd did when they wheeled Jimmy Buffett out on a fucking stretcher.
Yeah,
They're like,
like,
oh
oh,
my god.
It was kind of like when they came out, when Paul McCartney came out at Shea Stadium when they were saying goodbye to Shea, and then fucking McCartney came out and didn't even know where he was for a minute. Fucking horrible.
Oh my God, dude. All right, well, you should fucking... I haven't heard from Jesse. I'm surprised. He was all fucking revved up for that. Look, oh.
BL Production.
I'm not black. Why you putting cuffs on me?
No, this song's gone.
What?
Keep that going. That's so fucking awesome.
The ONT song, bro.
Let that go.
Oh my God, I went to an airplane. I got kicked off, I can't believe it happened to me. How could this happen to me? Cause I'm not black. I was late for my board meeting. I was late for my poker game. I was late for the meeting with my kids. I was supposed to have my Rolls Royce inspected, but they fucking stared, I got arrested. Oh my god!
The charts. They go.
The new song by Whitey Bulger.
Yo, Joe, in the #1 spot again this week is Oh My God.
Oh my god, by Super White Guy. Yo, what's up? It's Super White Guy again. What's up with all these crackers like me being arrested and shit? Yo, we ain't do nothing, we white. You supposed to be manhandling the black man like this. Why you fucking with white people like this, man? What's up? Yo, my dad's a lawyer, man. What's next? You gonna arrest him for being successful? Oh my god. I made $600,000 last year. Oh my god! But there's a crackhead walking free over here. Bring back stop and frisk, then you won't start shit with blue collar and white collar white people. Oh my god! I don't know.
This is too much.
Fucking, oh my god! Like, what the fuck?
You've got to open up the show with that.
Oh my god!
Dude, where did his balls go?
Oh my god!
I bet one of the cops just grabbed him and was like,
Yeah,
squeezed him.
one of the cops was like, "You white cocksucking motherfucker! I'm putting my knee in your fucking neck."
Dude, somebody should put side by side like Rodney King and like other times where they slam some guy down face first on the pavement and put it next to this guy being like gingerly dragged to the ground. But like, it's so fucking ridiculous. Hold on, Jesse sent me a message.
Hey, dude, I want to apologize. I'm not going to be able to make it tonight. I'm playing bass like all night long. I've been playing for about 5 hours.
Smoking bass all night long.
He said he's hitting the bass.
There's a concert going on in my room right now, Joe. I'm not
Hey
gonna.
man, sorry I couldn't make the show tonight, man.
Hey Joe, just want to tell you, there's a concert going on in my room right now for the last half hour, and I'm not gonna be able to make it.
Jimmy Buffett's here, and
Hey Joe, I just want to let you know Jimmy Buffett just came in my room, and I've been playing bass for the last half hour. So.
But you know what? The funny thing about Jesse is he's been hitting me up every day all week. Like, let's do something. I can't wait to do the show or do a show. And then he calls on the biggest one and goes, "Oh, I'm not going to be there."
Yeah.
I like how he says I'm playing bass all night like he's fucking Les Claypool or something.
Hey, Rage Against the Machine just stopped by. They want me to play bass all night, so.
My name is Jesse.
Listen, I'm going to be playing all night. I'll see.
Play his message over there.
Hey Joe, I gotta ring this phone.
Hey, dude, I want to apologize. I'm not going to be able to make it tonight. I'm playing bass like all night long. I've been playing for about 5 hours. I don't know when this is ending, but I'm going to keep playing as long as they need me, so. But I'll be there fucking, for next week as much as I can. My mom's got surgery Monday morning. But I should be there for the review. I should be there for out of nowhere. Hey, dude, I want to apologize. I'm not going to be able to make it tonight. I'm playing bass like all night long. I've been playing for about 5 hours. I don't know when this is ending, but I'm gonna keep playing as long as they need me. So, but I'll be there fucking.
You got that phone, hey, oh, you got that phone. Yo, give it up for Jesse. He's on bass. He's not gonna make it to Corrupted tonight. This song's called "I'm Not Gonna Be There." I'm not gonna be there. I said I would be there, but now I'm playing slap bass on the floor. I ain't gonna be there. I ain't gonna be there. I ain't gonna be there. So slap that bass and on right now.
I'm playing the bass on man.
I got that below. I got that below.
My bowl.
All right. Well,
the bowl.
that was a little insane. I'm sorry, everybody.
You know what's hilarious is like he's leaving a voice message, so he has to have like one hand holding the phone and pressing the mic, but you still hear
the hand playing bass so well.
He's playing bass with his dick like murder face.
Knowing Jesse, he's like, well, the stars have aligned tonight, and something's coordinating with my hands, and I can.
He's like, I don't know, but I've been playing for 5 hours, and I don't know how much longer this is gonna go. Maybe 2, 3, 4 days. I don't know, but I'm gonna stay here.
I think it's got something to do with when I shoved a moon rock up my asshole the other day, and now it's all just coming alive.
Oh my god, I just can't stop, man.
It's like, hey man, I'm not gonna make it tonight.
All right, let's start the fucking show. Shit.
My name is Mud.
My name is Mud.
Tommy would be like, my name's Pud. Oh. All right, here we go.
My name is Pud. Ah!
This is Corrupted. This is Corrupted. The Corrupted Podcast.
Yeah. All-star lineup. Except for, you know what makes me mad, though, about Jesse not being here is, like, his face gets to be in this thumbnail now. It's like bullshit. Like, I would X out his face if I knew he wasn't going to be here. What, Leah? No, I'm just too lazy. Fuck it, I'll put him on there. He looks good.
I'm a pud.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, they're treating me.
Oh my god!
Those sound bites are taken from Jesse's show tonight when he walked out on stage.
Oh my god, dude! If you really wanted to see something, you should have saw the video, the stand-up comedy that Tommy uploaded last night on his channel.
I keep hearing about this and I have not seen it yet.
Dude,
you asked Joe, it is horrifying.
It is worse.
So
like,
bad.
Were you watching last night, Bailey?
I saw it. I saw it on his channel.
Oh, okay.
But guys, can we agree though? Like, you got to give him credit. Though.
No.
At this point, you know what, Ken? I said that because he was there earlier. Dude, he's got to stop.
No, you're a pussy if you said that. He's
got to stop because he's not funny.
It's not even jokes. No, it's got to stop because when he was on Monetize This weeks ago, he fucking admitted, like, no, I just do it for the fame. Like, I just want people to, like, kiss, like, hug me. Like,
you know what? I don't play in the MLB because I can't swing a fucking bat to be with that. I'm not that good. He doesn't need to do stand-up comedy. He's not funny.
Yeah, I hear you.
And at one point, the crowd was laughing because he was just sweating and being himself.
Well, that's the thing is, this, like, he's done a bunch. Oh, my God.
There he is. He's listening.
He's done a bunch of these, and sometimes they're, like, terribly, but kind of funny. This was very cringe. This was the worst one he's done.
Serious? It's the worst one?
No, this is the worst one he's done.
Hands down the worst.
Wow.
I told you, Ken.
Like worse.
At the end of his set, he literally just fucking falls to the ground, starts flopping around like a fish.
Well, that was the best thing.
Everybody think I'm suffering a massive heart attack.
I think he took that from what I said because I told him, why don't you just run into something and fall over or something? Because that would at least be funny. And then he did it.
My buns.
He was like, oh, I almost told the joke, the blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you mean my joke? He's like, yeah. And I was like, why were you going to do that? He goes, well, because, you don't do it anymore. Like, what the fuck? You were going to just steal my joke?
Joe, at the end of the set, when the Asian chick gets up and she's like, that was Tommy and C, everybody. I'm confused.
Yeah, and you know she's an SJW. Dude, because back in the day, if you did what he did on stage, the comic that was hosting the show that came up next would be like, hey, everybody, that was cool. Let's hear it for the retard.
Oh my God. And dude, Ken, he literally goes, all right, I'm going to do a couple of impressions for everybody. And he starts fucking doing his Elmo.
Oh, God, that's the worst.
He's doing his Elmo impression to a comedy club.
Yeah, that's just bad.
And then the crowd's going.
It was dead. It was dead quiet. You know, I hate to rehash everything because we did this all and monetize this last night, but it was like just fucking abysmal. The worst thing you've ever heard.
He did his Don Corleone too. He's like,
Hey, I love you fucking piece of shit. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He said,
dude, I'm not lying. He legit does all this.
Yo, Don Corleone would be like,
do me a favor. Don't ever try to talk like me again.
Dude, I have a feeling they're SJWs over there, but if this was a normal comedy club, the next comic could have just murdered him. They could have just been like, well, I had a whole set planned, but instead, let's talk about that fucking fat cocksucker who was on earlier tonight who said a bunch of stupid shit and put you guys in a coma.
Even the guy that followed Tommy was just talking about like eating hot dogs and shit.
Yeah, there was not good stand. There was
well,
not.
let's talk about North Carolina is not a hotbed for stand-up comedy. You know,
You know
I mean?
what?
No.
You are so right. Nobody's like, hey, have you heard about that new guy in North Carolina? He's fucking hilarious.
Right.
Well,
Don't
no,
hear that.
no,
you
there
mean
was
the
a
guy who's got a fucking quaff and he sounds like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
Have you seen that pudgy bastard that wears like 80 pieces of clothing and he's not funny? Yeah.
yeah. Someone should go there and punch Hamza in the face. I feel like he just tells Tommy the stupid shit that he listens
Oh
to.
yeah, and he did the fucking bar joke, man. You don't do that, man. You don't do that joke.
Oh yeah, he was. Oh yeah, that's
This
right.
guy walks into a bar, ouch, and
did
oh,
the-
there he is again.
I heard he did the contagious joke too. He tried to, at least, I thought. Somebody said that to me.
He's,
You know what though? Here's the problem: is sometimes we tell him, at least you got the balls to do it, Tom. We got to stop that shit because
Yeah,
that's why he
we're-
keeps doing it.
You're right. You're
But
right.
the best is at the end he made nobody laugh. Where's the fucking this part is? We have to listen to this because this
Well,
is like.
we keep saying it because we love the sound bites and we love the content.
Yeah, go ahead and keep doing it. Send me all the ones you do.
Technical malfunctions.
Dude, at the end though, he like he only does this to plug his YouTube to say he's like.
You're so right. He
What's
does.
this?
More brain over well. And
He's
also,
like,
this
just
one
sound
right
like-
here, like,
There's so many in this one.
You know you're having a really good set when he goes, "Sorry, I'm boring you people."
Yeah, he said that. He goes, oh, and he said, I'm gonna bore you. It's like, yes, you're right.
A set. He had a killer set.
all the time. What? Okay, this right here. What if that means?
They clap when he falls.
And Joe,
The best is they didn't clap the whole or laugh or anything. He dies, they clap. It's like right out of Howard Stern at the end of the movie when he falls over and dies and the people clap.
Guy just suffered a stroke. Guy just suffered a fucking debilitating stroke, and you clapping.
debilitizing.
Okay, this right here.
Watch what he does afterwards.
Thank you.
Listen.
Going for Tommy. I'm confused. Okay.
The fucking chick looks like a Monchichi. Remember the fucking Monchichis?
Oh my god.
That's all she had to say. If I would have got up there and introduced the next comic, I would have got on that mic and been like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah. Well,
No, if it would have been me, it'd have been like, congratulations to the next comic that has to follow that. It's
Yeah,
not
I'd
gonna
be
be
like,
hard.
Comic could be a fucking mute like Helen Keller, and she's gonna fucking do good.
you know what? I take it as her job now to tell at least a joke because to like change the mood because to like fix
I honestly
whatever that
believe
was.
everybody was creeped out by Tommy. I really feel that way.
Put in Hitler, and he would have had a better reaction.
Yeah. So anyway, so what's up, everybody? So would you guys rather bring Hitler back from the dead or listen to him again?
Like, we bring it. Yeah, we'll just listen to him go. He's slicing for an hour.
How about a fucking 9/11 replay?
I was just getting ready to say,
Let's watch 9/11 as it happened.
Yeah.
Instead of
So would you guys want to call some of the 9/11? Well, okay. Oh my god.
they're like,
let's
like,
listen to Howard Stern do 9/11 instead of this.
do you guys want to hear some not last minute phone calls to family members from the
Yeah, or do you want to hear him come out here again and make us want to die? Which one do you want?
They start chanting, phone calls, phone calls.
Anybody want to come up here and tell stories about their dead fucking friends and relatives? Or
hey, anybody want to come up here and tell us the worst story ever?
Let's break the record for worst night ever here on this show.
Any fucking Holocaust survivors want to talk about their time at Auschwitz?
Oh God!
Anybody want to all agree that he said something racist and we ban him from this club?
Let's make it up at that point. Be like, I could have sworn I heard the N-word in there.
Now listen, I could have sworn he said gook. I know he did. Anybody hear
she
that?
was like this. He just called me gook.
Yeah. And then they throw him out. That'd be great.
If that Asian had any fucking, if he had any sap to her, she would have got up on that microphone and gone. She would have said, "Hey, that was Tommy and C. Everybody, he called me a gook, by the way."
You know I did it. You know it.
Isn't this the writer? Isn't this the editor for New York Times?
They're bringing him out the building, like, and two guys are escorting him out, and you just hear, "You know I didn't call you a gook."
Oh my God, man! The whole thing though is like just the worst. It's the worst one he's done. You think he'd get better, but you know what? When you're
but Joe, correct me if I'm wrong. At one point in that set list, did he not start talking about him pooping?
Yes, he said that was the only thing, other than him falling at the end. That was the one thing where people went ha ha because he said poo.
Well, he started talking about how he goes, I don't know what the advantages are to fat people, but I know the disadvantages. Pooping.
Yeah, that was the joke.
What?
That was it.
What? I said, did he just say pooping?
What?
And my wife was like, what are you watching?
Wait,
It's not funny.
Wait. So you're telling me that he said one of
joke.
the advantages of fat people is taking a shit?
No, he goes, everyone always says there's advantages to being fat people. I don't know what they are, but I know the disadvantages. Pooping.
Yeah, that was it. That was the joke.
Why? Because his ass can't fit on the fucking toilet? Is that what he's trying to say?
I can see Hamza in the fucking frozen food aisle with him being like, "What should I say tomorrow night?" And Hamza just going, "I don't know, man. Just tell him like the disadvantages of being fat.
Tell him that you poop, Tommy.
Let everyone know you poop, Tommy."
Hamza's just like, tell me you have trouble wiping your butt.
You're not gross enough already, so go ahead and just
have a peanut butter and jelly on a fucking bagel. I fucking wolfed down a peanut butter and jelly on a bagel tonight, right?
He made love to it.
What would be funnier than Tommy's stand-up is if he just got up on stage and ate in front of everybody. He didn't say a word.
Imagine he was up there for like 5 minutes. You just hear this in the mic.
Oh, and then it ends with him. He sits up and then farts. That's
he burps and farts.
He just gets up there and goes,
Thank you.
He puts the mic in his ass and goes, and then he says into the microphone, "Here's your next comedian."
He's like, and the next comedian, that gook chick, bring that gook chick back.
Hey, gook chick, have fun talking into the mic after that.
You know she hates that. Like she hated him. She hates him.
You can tell it. Yeah, you could tell she was like this fat, white, fucking non-funny. Why is he up here when there's comedians sitting at home working on their craft, like writing stuff, putting it on paper, and this guy gets to get up here with fucking some Elmo shit?
You know what's funny about that is she... You know what's funny is she's probably like a crazy SJW. I seem to take that away. I'm just stereotyping her now. But like
absolutely.
But the funny thing is people would hate on her for being mean to an autistic guy.
Yo, Christian in the chat says ASMR that Tommy should start doing that. Could you imagine Tommy's ASMR?
Yeah, this is Tommy's ASMR.
Oh.
Dude, hold on a sec. Where are you pulling that soundbite from? Is he jerking off?
Dude, he's walking around a fucking like a hotel, and the reason that we pulled it was because it sounded so weird and funny to us. Because he's just going like,
that's him walking down the fucking hallway. That's all he's doing.
It sounds like a rape video, but like,
well, listen how when it's slow, it's even better. Listen.
That's
Oh
what
my
you hear.
God.
Somebody whisper into your ear after they put chloroform over your
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
face.
Dude, that is a creepy fucking sound.
He's like,
It's like The Vanishing, and then you wake up fucking buried alive. Like
You wake up like Crystal did a couple times.
Oh.
oh, I did not do that, Joe.
Why is her hole swollen?
oh no.
She wakes
Jesus.
up. She's like, why do I feel like somebody fucked my throat?
Oh my god, dude.
And then
Fucking
you just hear Tommy, oh, my bad.
uh-oh, movie review.
Oh no, he's like an impromptu movie review.
Yeah, my bad.
There he is. There he is.
He is a good actor, though. Michael makes a good point in the chat. He is a good actor. He pretended to cry in that video, so that was pretty good. I was, dude. You can ask Leah. I was cheering for him. I go, oh my god, what a job he did! What a great job! Like I was seriously
You're a great
proud.
director, Joe.
I was so proud of that. Like I really was. And then we got the hate and the Keemstar. I was like, this is fucking awesome. I was like, this worked to a T. Like I wish you could have been here. I was like running around the house, like we're on
Joe
the top of
texts me,
Reddit.
Joe goes, this video I just had Tommy make has 22,000 views. And throughout the night, I kept checking it, and this fucking thing started to hit 100,000. I was like, oh, my God.
And we were on
And
the
then-
top of Reddit,
then it
the
hits
number one
millions.
page on Reddit.
Yeah?
I said, we just got something to the top of Reddit. And the funny thing was, I threw Keemstar's name in the title for no reason, just to piss Keemstar off. And,
And Tommy tried to deny that because I brought that up on a show like a year ago that
Yeah.
like you literally just told him to copy and paste the title that you wrote.
yeah, I've got all the Facebook messages. I've got the proof. We
He's
have
like,
proof.
that's not
Dude, you know what's
true.
funny? Dude, Shoe Nice tonight goes, I go, you know Tommy NC 2010? And he's like, oh yeah, I made that guy. I was like, I don't know about that. Let me tell you a little story real quick.
What a dummy. He made that guy. He made his stomach bleed is what he made.
I made that guy. I'm like, I don't know about that.
Oh,
I know he was
my
on his
bad.
show though once, but I mean, literally, like we got him. I literally got him 100,000 subs. I take that as a fucking
that's a win
bet.
for you.
Well, kind of. I feel like his head went to his fucking the sky, but it's
Hey,
crazy.
Joe's like, hey, let's do a show together. And he's like, let me check my schedule.
Let me check my vernacular.
Yeah. You know what? I
gotta
can
check with Hamza, Joe.
I can remember at that time.
Hey, Hamza,
The-
are we alright to do a show with Joe?
The worst thing is if you pull up the messages, because me and Tommy talked a lot. Obviously, then I was the one he called all the time, and he was at the point of where he was really depressed about like I'll never be anything. Like I wanted to be this big thing.
And you're
And,
like, yeah, you're right. You won't.
and he was stuck at 3,000 subs. He didn't gain subs. Nobody watched. Like he
And
was
he
just
was even on
miserable.
Taj at that point,
And-
wasn't he?
And he was even on Tosh and all that
Yeah.
stuff. And
I do listen. I started watching Tommy right before the big blow up with Leafy. Okay, and when I first checked his channel, I said this guy was on Taj, and I go, let me go to his YouTube channel, and I went and I looked and I went, oh my god, he's only got 4,000 subs.
Yeah.
What the fuck? This guy was on Taj. Like, how is he not at least a little bit bigger than this?
And at the time, he was he was really upset about everything, and I was like, "Well, you know what? This will." I go. That's part of why, like, I did that. I was like, and I was mad that Leafy was at the time. I didn't really 100% know about everything about Leafy. It just seemed to me that he like picked on little kids and people with special needs. So I got angry at that. I was like, you know what? You're making fun of all these people. I was like, I'll fucking, And Tommy wasn't. Tommy didn't even know about it. Jake DeMarco told me, and I told Tommy, and then Tommy was like, "Well, you need to bury him or something, and make a video about killing him, Joe, for me or whatever." And I'm like, "Hey, let's not do that. I got a better idea." And that's when I said, "Make a video where it seems like you're gonna kill yourself, but don't say that." But
So, are we on a different channel right now?
yes,
We are.
yes.
Oh, okay, because I see that there's like 70 some odd people watching us, but there's only like 40 subs.
Yeah, I'm on my my live channel that's separate on Patreon. It's just a separate channel.
All right. I gotta go. Everybody's got to sub to that shit.
Well, you don't have to sub because I create a new one all the time.
Oh, what? Just for like?
Yeah, every month I make a new one. That way, like, you know what I mean? Like, anybody who's a patron can find it. That way I can still go
okay.
live. Yeah. So it's like that. That way I don't have to pay Vimeo because I'm not paying $700 a year for Vimeo to go live.
God.
Fucking dildos. I mean, it's worth it for fucking to have Vimeo to be isolated, video private link that only corrupted, Patreon people can get. But a lot of people signed up tonight, man. It was a big deal tonight. Sure, we don't have Jesse, but it's still a fucking all-star here.
Nice.
We got fucking.
What do you think about? How do you think SummerSlam is going to be tomorrow?
Probably shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably gonna blow.
How was the NXT tonight? I heard it was good.
Great. Yeah, it was good. It was really good.
Always good, right? NXT.
Yeah, I mean it's always above a 7. I mean all the WWE main roster shows are always like fucking 4, 5s, and 6s.
What the fuck does that say?
It says they're fucking ridiculous. I mean, dude, the week-to-week shows are bad. Sometimes they get lucky though. Sometimes the pay-per-views are okay because like the week-to-week story is shit, and then you get to the pay-per-view and you.
Why do you think the WWE is putting on such bad shows consistently? Like, what do you think? Breaking it down real quick, not
lazy.
a huge thing, but what do you think the main issue is?
Lazy and complacent.
Writing, absolutely.
Okay, can I tell you what I think it is? And I think it kind of goes with what you just said. And you've heard this before, I'm sure. But I think McMahon, who once was great and had a great mind for wrestling when he was young, and he was coming into it in the 80s, and he was taking over for his father. He knew what people wanted to see, obviously, when he made WrestleMania and all these things. But I think now we're at the stage with him where it's like he's not in tune anymore with what's going on in the world and what attracts people.
Yeah, I mean that's part of it, but it's also
and he's got the last word, doesn't he?
But he's also done this before. I mean, if you look at 1995, I mean, he did the same thing then until WCW took the ratings. WWE was getting real bad in 95,
Yeah, they were, man. They were all gimmicky and all that fucking
What the
shit.
fuck? You don't like Doink the Clown? The fuck's your problem?
Yeah, right? Like, but
7 doinks that are fucking dead now, too.
That's right. But that's what we're getting now, is we're getting that. But we have it is better wrestling still. But that's the thing is, like, the week-to-week story is the real problem. There's nothing interesting about the week-to-week story. It's almost
You're right about that, man. The wrestling is so much better than it was even in the 90s.
Yeah, even the main roster, the wrestling is still better. But it could be way better. Like,
You got better athletes now. You got just better in-ring performance.
Dude,
you know?
go watch NXT TakeOver tonight. Just if you don't watch it, watch the Ricochet watch the Adam Cole Ricochet match. Just that. It's like
what if Triple H really got the chance to run the main show the way that he would, run it?
I'm sure he will, I think, eventually.
I still don't think it would change.
No?
Really?
No, I mean, I don't know shit about wrestling anymore, so take this with a grain of salt, but I think it has everything to do with overexposure.
No, I think it has to do with the week-to-week writing. It's so bad. Yeah,
but Joe, I mean, think about it, dude. There's like, 2 pay-per-views a month? There's 6 hours of live fucking SmackDown Raw a month. You don't have any build-up anymore.
But if there was something that where you were excited, like, oh my god, what's going to happen next week? It would be different.
Not only that, Joe, I think, Bailey, you're kind of right by what you're saying, because I think like the build-up that used to be around in the old days when 2 guys would feud with each other, they would have a feud for like a year and a half where it would just be built up, and throughout those pay-per-views, which weren't as frequent as they are now, you had the match here and there between that guy, but you had all the stuff in the middle, like all that shit talking, all the promos, and like all that build-up. And I think, like you said, the build-up now for these big matches, it's like build-up for a month, and then they forget about it, move on to the next.
But there is no build. That's the problem. Like the week-to-week build is so bad. They just wrestle. They just
keep my overexposure point in mind, and the fact that like even I like don't watch wrestling like at all anymore. But I know most people aren't looking forward to it. But I'm actually looking forward to like seeing Lesnar and Rousey fight again. Because they're not constantly wrestling.
Well, that's the thing is like every Monday it's like the guys that are going to be facing each other at the pay-per-view. It's like, okay, you guys are in a tag match against each other. Okay, now you're in a 4-way match against each other. And it's like there's no story other than we put you in wrestling matches together and then you wrestle each other. And it's wicked boring. It's like, oh my God.
And see, that's the thing, too, is like back in the day, those guys didn't fucking touch each other for months.
Yeah.
So when they finally wrestled, you're like, how's this going to go down?
Yeah, you couldn't wait, man, to see them finally lock it up.
And by the way, I posted something on my Instagram the other day. I don't know if you saw this, Joe, on Get Up on ESPN when Charlotte went on. And I posted it because I was watching it randomly that morning. Then she showed up, and this shit still bothers me. I know it probably shouldn't, but like she got on there and they were like kayfabing. Like she was talking about how all the people she's beaten, why she's won the titles because she knows how to win matches. 5 minutes later in the interview, they're like, so what's the one thing that bothers you about wrestling? She's like, people calling it fake. Yes, it's choreographed and everything's predetermined, but it's not fake. And it's like, dude, what are you doing?
I don't know.
Like, I know the shtick is up. I understand that. But now you're just constantly, like, feeding, even to the younger generations and shit. Like, yeah, but this is all bullshit.
Dude, all I know is when I was brought up, and I'm a little bit different era than you guys are, because I was brought up in the 80s where it was like huge. It was WrestleMania, it was Hogan, it was Andre, it was, all these big names. And I was spoiled when I was a kid watching that shit, because that to me, that was when wrestling was like at its golden era. But then you fast forward into the 90s, of course, you had a great run there with, all the names and the storylines that came about in the 90s were just, those storylines were, you can't fuck with those storylines, man. And they had multiple storylines going on one show that everything made sense, and they crammed it all into fucking 2 hours, and it was fucking great. You know what I mean? And now it's like,
but
they have more time, and they can't, it's like you have more time to do it, but it's just, I don't know. Like you said, it might be overexposure.
Yeah.
One thing that you said though, like, is, and I'm not disagreeing with you in a sense, but you say that like your golden era was like the 80s, right? The rock and wrestling or whatever.
Yeah.
But like to me personally, my golden era is like Bret Hart, and Shawn Michaels, and Razor Ramon. Like that's my golden era.
Yeah.
And I think it has a lot to do with what age you came up being brought into the sport. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know about that because
for a little bit before me in the 70s, and their era was Ric Flair and the fucking.
But I started, dude,
which is the golden era to people that grew up in that age.
But when I was 5, 6, and 7, I was a huge Hulk Hogan mark, and then I became a huge Shawn Michaels fan.
Yeah.
And then I saw the Attitude Era. So like, even though all that stuff was going on, like I started watching in 1987. So, but I still say like my favorite time of all time was probably 1997, 98, and 99. Like that still to me was like,
oh yeah,
and even then I was kind of bothered a little bit. Remember when they started kind of bending the rules a lot, like where like people wouldn't get disqualified for like going outside the ring, and that kind of did bother me. Then I used to think like, why are they allowing this? Like what?
Even like the era with like Hakushi and shit like that. Remember Hakushi?
Yeah, that was okay. That was
so it's like 95, 94, 96. Like to me, I know that's kind of the era people are like, oh, there was just like the trash man, the garbage man and stuff. But it's like, while that's being said, and while WCW was kicking their ass in ratings, like the wrestling was, you couldn't even compare the two. WWF was killing them with wrestling quality.
I don't know. People would argue that they had Guerrero at times and Malenko and.
Oh yeah,
Benoit.
You know what?
Yeah, but what else? That's it. They had the cruiserweight guys. After that,
the cruiserweights were awesome back then, man. In WCW, like that cruiserweight division was awesome.
But you see, that's like their only argument is cruiserweight division. But like, you did not have any big names wrestling awesome matches.
Yeah, the WWE mid card then was amazing. Like Diesel as champion was pretty lame.
Razor Ramon and the 1-2-3 Kid during their IC era. Shawn Michaels and Razor, WrestleMania 10, the ladder match.
I didn't watch WCW.
What about Sable coming out and powerbombing motherfuckers? Sable
that was
bombing.
98.
Yeah.
But that was Attitude Era shit there.
Think about all the times you're saying wrestling was great. What is the common denominator? What is the difference between wrestling then and wrestling now? And you know what the difference is? Wrestling then, there was competition. You had WWF had to fucking put out
something
good shit. Because WCW was up their ass.
Yep, you need something to push.
Once fucking WWF swallowed up WCW and there was no competition, it turned to shit. Because they don't have to fucking be good anymore.
Nothing can get off the ground now and really take fucking storm. Like, Impact was good, you know what I mean? Like, all these other companies, they're good. Like, the Japan one. But
it's no competition.
But it's not competition to them. And even if their show sucks, they're still going to clobber them because they're an established company and all that shit. But what we need right now, I think you're dead on right, is something like some kind of alternative to that, something that's big.
I think they need to bring back like the chicks again instead of like the women. I know that's like really misogynistic, but I believe that is so true.
Oh, I don't think that's.
When you had Stacy Keibler up there, fucking getting in the ring the way she did, it was like, God damn.
I honestly,
Stratus and
I didn't even like that. I hated that. I didn't care about the women.
Oh, I fucking loved it.
I didn't like. I just was like, yeah, great. Like,
Listen, if it was a whole wrestling match, I wouldn't like that. But it had its moments where it was good. You know what I mean? It was kind of like, all right, we just watched two guys beat the shit out of each other for an hour. Let's get some ass out here,
dude.
You know
Tori Wilson and Stacy Keibler, a pillow fight, WrestleMania 19.
I hated that. How could you like that?
Pecker to that.
I was like, I can't believe we're wasting a match for a fucking pillow fight, dude. I want to see them like suck each other's tits or wrestle.
Well, let me tell you something. Wrestling will be back if people start sucking each other's tits and shit. You know what I mean?
telling you.
Oh, all that stuff. But I mean, first you got to have better fucking week-to-week stories. There's no story. It's all the storyline. And trust me, you don't know.
Trish Stratus is wrestling Bliss. Is that true?
Yeah. You go watch the week-to-week show, and then you'll say the same thing as me. You want to go to sleep.
You're right.
You'll want to go to sleep. It's worse, Justin. It's worse. When you watched, it was bad. It's worse. It's way worse.
I'm glad I got out when I did, bro.
I remember us still giving the show once in a while like a 6 and 5s a lot. Every week now, almost every week, it's a 3, 4, 1. It's a 2. It's awful.
I'm telling you,
that is fucking
you need competition. Look at John Madden football.
Absolutely.
John Madden football in the 2000s was amazing.
Right.
Every year it got better and better. Why? Because on the other side you had ESPN football that was putting out a game just as good but for $20.
Yeah.
Then fucking Electronic Arts said, no, we're going to buy the fucking rights so only we can make a football game. And from then on, John Madden football turned to shit.
It was like RBI baseball back on Sega and shit like that. You remember that?
Was fucking great.
RBI baseball kicked the shit out of every one of them, like one-stop games, like Ken Griffey's home run derby and all that shit, because it was just
World
better.
Series baseball. Remember World Series baseball with fucking Sega? Oh my god, it was so good.
Wow.
Yeah, but now there's really now what? There's 2 baseball games now.
Yeah, there's RBI baseball, and then there's the show.
Yeah, the show, and that's it.
And the RBI baseball is shit because they just can't get enough money to back it, the engines and shit. So it's a garbage game. The graphics look like it's literally from PlayStation. And like because in 2K, you know, like with what Madden's fucking shit now. You want to know why Madden's shit? Because they don't have competition games anymore.
Exactly.
They can just spit out the same
and
fucking product every year.
Dude, ESPN, last ESPN game, 2005, in my opinion, is the best football game ever.
Oh
and
yeah, absolutely.
It was $20 brand fucking new, and EA's like, we can't compete with that. Fuck that. We're just
do you guys ever remember? I don't know if you guys ever played NBA games, but do you remember NBA Live?
Shit, yeah.
Yeah,
so
in the
now
90s.
2K has controlled everything because 2K Sports has taken over it all. So now NBA Live can't even get funded anymore. Did you guys hear about that?
And that's Electronic Arts NBA Live, right?
NBA Live, NBA Live had a full-blown game ready to go, and they couldn't even get enough money to distribute the fucking game.
Dude, and that's a major company.
Oh yeah.
The same thing happened when with MVP Baseball. That was EA Sports, and 2K bought the rights to that. That was like the payback for the Madden thing.
Now, don't get me wrong. The show is a very good baseball game.
Yeah.
The show is really good, but RBI Baseball is just like you play it for the nostalgia factor. But the funny part is, they're not even trying to do nostalgia. They're trying to make a legit game, but it's garbage.
Dude, I say bring back Bases Loaded.
Well, dude,
remember that fucking game?
Bases Loaded was great.
Oh
too.
yeah, and Baseball Stars.
But
Remember
I'm telling you, MVP
Baseball All Stars.
2005 MVP Baseball was my favorite game of all time. I'm telling you, that EA Sports baseball game was brilliant. Go play that.
I'm telling you, unless you have a rival wrestling company that could really fucking pressure WWE,
Can't happen. It just can't happen now.
And they don't have to put out good shit because they're like, dude, you're gonna come watch. What are the only fucking show in town? What the fuck?
This is why the Canadian Football League is a ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody knows about it. Like they know it's there, but they don't know anybody plays there. Dude, this is the first time I've listened to it in my literal entire life because I know Johnny Manziel's playing over there.
How's he doing over there?
Because
he's not doing bad. His first game was bad, but he'd only had 6 practices with Montreal, but he's doing pretty good. He threw a couple touchdown passes. So
listen, I know it's early, but I think Baker Mayfield looks pretty good.
Baker Mayfield looks good, and I was trying to talk Ken into it earlier, but I was hearing, rightly so. It's his team, it's not mine. But you talk about the Jets. I actually think Sam Darnold's going to do pretty fucking decent.
Yeah, I say start him. Fuck it. Why not?
Oh yeah, why? Yeah, why wouldn't you get him out there? Get his fucking feet wet.
Yeah, do it.
Let him
You know-
let him take a couple of hits.
You know, like fucking what's
Kill
his
him.
name on Green Bay? He played behind Brett Favre, so you know that's a little different story. But let him play. Let him fucking start. Who cares?
Yeah, but then and then he won a Super Bowl. What do you know?
Aaron Rodgers.
Yep, Rodgers won a Super Bowl.
But you couldn't start him out of the gate because Brett Favre was there. There's no fucking way you could start him out of the gate.
No.
But yeah, I agree.
Oh my God,
I think
you hear
Donald
that?
should fucking start.
Yeah, but
Absolutely.
dude, you know, listen, they go and they start him. That's what the Jets have done. They've drafted these guys, started these guys, and threw them in the mix, and it's never worked for us.
But
Then
what do
he's-
they have to lose, though? That's my
It's
question.
because you never surround them with players. That's
Sit-
what you got to do.
No, bullshit, man. The Jets have always went out and hired fucking good wide receivers for their quarterbacks. They've always loaded up their fucking front line with good wide receivers and given these young quarterbacks that are new targets all the time. They've always had good guys in there. But the problem is, you go and you look at a guy like fucking, what's his name, who sat behind Brett Favre for fucking 4 years.
Aaron Rodgers.
You know what I mean? You go and look at a guy like that. You go and look at a guy like,
Yeah, but the Jets don't have that. Sam
Yes.
Darnold can't sit behind somebody like he's not sitting behind Brett Favre.
no, he's not. But
It's Teddy
go-
Bridgewater.
Let him fucking learn a little before you throw
Teddy
him
Bridgewater.
and thrust him into the fucking, you know, into the starting role. You know what I mean?
Okay, but here's the ace in the hole, though, dude. Tom Brady.
Yeah, but you know, not everybody's gonna find
I
that.
understand that's a generational player. I completely understand, but like he did. What's his name? He sat behind. Fucking help me out, Cronin. 2001. Who did he sit behind?
Bledsoe, yeah. And then he got
sat behind
waffled.
Bledsoe.
Yeah.
If Bledsoe
Let these
didn't
fucking
get
guys
killed.
play, dude.
But if Bledsoe didn't get killed, yeah, he wouldn't have played.
Dude, like
Exactly.
the Jets are responsible for Tom Brady.
Yeah, the Jets are.
The Jets, yeah,
So-
that fucking
I'll never
hit.
forget it. I'll never forget it, man.
I will
So
never
do the
forget it because I
Patriots
turned
win
my
5 Super Bowls. If that didn't happen,
I turned my TV off. The TV was in my room, and I hit the power button and said, "That's it, I'm done." And I
Yeah.
threw the remote down. They go, "Here comes Tom Brady" or something. And I go, "Oh my God, Tom Brady! What the fuck is this guy?" And
Fucking
I
weeks later, the
I mean,
guy's like,
if they brought Zolak in, if Zolak was still there, if Zolak came in, I would be like, "Oh, this is fucked. We're fucked." But all right, Zolak, here we go. But when they said Tom Brady, I was like, "What the fuck? This?" You know, Biff Webster's coming in. I
that looks like a fruit.
I hit the power button on my controller, threw it on the floor, and didn't watch another game until the first playoff game against Oakland in the snow. That was when I watched the next Patriots game because I've been watching since I was a little kid. And I said, "Fuck this team. Fuck this shit. I'm done."
you were used to fucking all like coming close so many years, man. Like, you know.
Yep.
And losing or not even coming close. Like, I mean,
Joe, I seen a T-shirt the other day. I tried to get a picture of it, but I couldn't get a good angle on the guy, and I didn't want to like look like a creepo.
you should have taken a picture of his dick.
The front of his shirt. If I couldn't get an angle on his shirt, I'm definitely not getting one on his cock.
Yeah.
He had a shirt, and at the top of it, it said halftime, and it said Falcons 28, Patriots 3. And then on the back, it said final, and I don't remember what the score was where they won.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, dude, that's actually a pretty sick shirt.
I forget what it was, too. It was like 45 something. I don't know.
That's that to me, that's like one of the greatest, if not the greatest, comeback in Super Bowl history.
I mean, it was, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You go down fucking 15 points at halftime, and or not 15
By the way,
points,
we beat the
25 points
Falcons
at halftime.
Dude, you got to give the Patriots like credit, even if you hate them. You got
Don't
to
have
give
to,
credit
but you do.
because you have to, man. They played some of the best Super Bowls in history, bro.
Yeah.
Like they go to overtime in one. They win that fucking one against Seattle, like at the last fucking.
Well,
second,
dude,
you know.
the weird thing is, being a Patriots fan, it's like we lose all the time, and so it still feels like there's like a chip on my shoulder. Like to me, as a like I don't know, it's weird. It still feels weird, but it's like, dude, that 0-1 win, that 0-1 team, like we won with a fucking field goal kick, like from like 48 yards.
Dude. I won $1,100 that year, and it was the last time I ever hit a Super Bowl box. It was the last time I ever hit one.
But the next Super Bowl, we won with a field goal kick again. Like, and then the Philadelphia Super Bowl, the Eagles Super Bowl, the first time we won like towards the end too, really close game, and then we lost the 2 to the Giants that were last minute things that came down to the very end of the game. We even lost like these amazingly close games, and then the Seattle game that we won at the very end with the interception, then the comeback of so it's just crazy. It's like every time the Patriots are in the fucking Super Bowl, and the loss to the Eagles last year, it came down to the very end, but
Oh, dude, you know how much
Bizarre.
I had to put up with fucking Philadelphia Eagles fans and Philadelphia Phillies fans this fucking week. It was
Yeah.
like ridiculous, man. It really was.
Hey,
They
you
are
finally
so
won one. You finally
high
won
on
one.
themselves. They are so high on themselves right now. You would think that they won like 10 Super Bowls in a row. The way
Yeah.
that
They always are, dude.
they're like, next year when we repeat and this and that. I'm like, you guys aren't repeating. Are you fucking kidding me?
Dude,
Like,
Ken, they could have went
they could.
0 for 16. They still would have bragged. Honestly.
That's not even the point. Like they could repeat, but it's like, come on, you won. You finally won. Like everybody's happy. I mean, people are happy for you. I think everybody probably wanted them to beat the Patriots, but it's like, what the fuck? Those people are crazy.
You know
though.
what? God's honest
I love
truth,
it.
and I swear on everybody here, I'm telling the truth. I legitimately did not want the Eagles to win.
I agree.
Me neither.
Fuck
I
the Eagles.
really did it, and I know Joe's like, I don't know about that. 'cause I'm a
I was
Colts
like,
fan.
I'd rather see New England win than to see the fucking Eagles win this.
Absolutely.
I genuinely hate not only the Eagles, but I hate Philadelphia fans.
Oh my God, they're horrifying.
Yeah, the fans that'll throw up on you. You know,
Dude, there was a Phillies fan who threw a beer at a pregnant lady and jumped on her back at a Phillies game.
I love them because they'll do anything, man. I mean, they'll gobble your cock like for no money.
they'll eat dogs. They'll eat
They'll eat
horse
shit, yeah.
manure, and they fucking win a Super Bowl. Like, come on,
They'll eat dog shit.
literally eat horse manure,
Dude, if the fucking Eagles didn't win that Super Bowl, I bet you there would have been like 900 fights.
And
Like, they
suicides.
They would have been like, yo, like they pick on your kid. Like you're walking with your 9-year-old from the Super Bowl and they're like, yo, what's up? What's your name, bro? And then the kid's like, Jeffrey. And you're like, is this guy talking to my kid? Oh, yo, Jeffrey, fuck you, Jeffrey. And then
Dude, there's a video of
they
it
just
from,
look
like,
at the
Vikings
dad.
fans walking into the Phillies game, and there was like little kids getting spit on.
Oh man, that's Jesus.
Yeah, it's fucked
I
up,
beat the
man.
shit out of
fucking
somebody.
brutal over there.
They're pieces of shit.
Dude, if someone spit on my kid, like it would be just fucking a death.
Yeah, how the 76ers doing?
Oh. The best was listening to Bill Burr build towards the Super
Oh,
Bowl
that
on the
was the
Monday morning
best.
podcast, and it was like they're gonna fucking never let me forget it if they win.
Yeah.
I got my payback. Came out here and fucking
Dude, when he said that the Philadelphia Phillies jerseys look like fucking candy stripers, I fucking lost it.
the Phillies.
He's not wrong.
The Phillies, that faggot horse.
Dude,
Oh my
he
god.
goes, I hope you get in your
Hey,
fucking
everybody's-
Ford Focuses and drive up that faggoty ass Ben Franklin Bridge. You fucking one bridge having piece of shit city.
When he said one bridge having,
Yeah.
like oh my god.
Dude, he's like, the fucking terrorist would never bomb here because you're fucking worthless. Jesus Christ.
Oh man, I hope I throw this mic stand out into the crowd and it kills a baby.
Yeah, like a disc, he said.
The only kid here that would have gone to college and he's dead.
I hope he's like, I hope this whole fucking crowd gets AIDS full blown, like a week going to your car.
Oh my god, dude, he's
Dude,
like
I was like legit almost in tears when the Phillies won the World Series.
Too, bro.
Yeah.
And the fucked up thing was they beat the fucking they went up against the Yankees on that second one, and I was like, oh please, can there be can both teams lose for the first time ever in World Series history? Because I did not want to see either one of those fucking teams win.
Yeah, but I got to tell you, as much as I hate Phillies, I would so much rather see Phillies win than New York. Get the fuck out. It's not even close.
I can't stand the fucking Yankees. Can't stand them.
no.
I hate them
But
both.
did you guys watch the 08 World Series with the Rays and the fucking Phillies? It was like the most heartbreaking thing in the world.
Yeah, that was the one. That was 08, right?
Yeah, 08.
08.
What is it? 08 or 07? One of the two. I can't remember. But
think
they
it was
played
08.
the Rays.
think it
I
was
think you're right.
Yeah.
It was 08 because I remember right around that time I had gone to the Pittsburgh Giants game in Pittsburgh and we were watching that World Series on the television.
Yeah.
And it was the Rays too, and like the Rays have just been historically known for just choking in every situation.
Hey, did you hear about the you know how everything has a group now, LGBTQ, the other things, whatever. You know how there's like a group of people now that's like advocating that, hey, I just like little kids. Like we just like little kids. What the fuck? Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're trying to normalize pedophilia.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's wonderful.
This is where we're headed down now.
Yep.
A fucked up road in this country, man.
Listen
You're
to
not supposed to call them pedophiles anymore. They
Yeah.
got
Fucked
names.
road we're heading down now.
Well,
man.
guess what? I'm calling him pedophile. I
Gonna
don't
have
give
a
a fuck.
pedophile look you in the face and go, "How dare you fucking question me liking a child? Fuck out of here,
Yeah.
dude."
And it'll be
Fuck
animal
that.
fuckers will be next. Well, listen to this. I just made a video on
This is fucked up.
I made a video on the Corrupted channel about this, and this is that video, but I have a clip of this lady, and listen to this lady's reaction. This is the best.
Shit.
Well, you'll see. This lady's great.
Y'all don't even know. I want to give a shout out to my follower for sending me some information on something called pedosexual, P-E-D-O-sexual. What that is it's pedophiles trying to get their sexuality recognized as normal. They want to be mixed in with the LGQBT or LB, whatever it is. They want to be a part of that, saying that our sexuality is normal. Me, a 45-year-old man, it's normal for me to be attracted to a fucking 1-year-old. And what breaks my heart is I go online and people are backing this shit. There are people backing this shit. There are people saying I'm so comfortable that we are acknowledged now that I can come out and claim my attraction for young children. I will fuck you up.
I like this chick, man.
This girl's great. I will fuck you up.
There are people saying I'm so comfortable that we are acknowledged now that I can come out and claim my attraction for young children. I will fuck you up.
Oh, man.
You know what? I bet she has kids.
Maybe. Probably.
And you know what? You don't even have to have kids to be obviously know that that's fucked up.
Well, look at the fucking. You see what the bishop said that was protecting the priest the other day?
No.
He basically said, he goes, listen, yes, there was some groping and some fondling, but there was no penetration. Are you fucking out of your mind?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You should fucking be burnt to death when you fucking say shit like that.
There was
you know
some
what,
punching.
Filthy? That reminds me. I think I told Joe about this like 5-6 months ago, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not for sure. There's actually a series on Netflix called The Keepers.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a 6-hour series, and it's about this Catholic priest who would literally tell this. I don't know the name of it. It's like a school for just an all girls school. They're like going to be nuns and shit. I don't know what you call it, and it follows the story about him literally just taking each girl into his office and saying, "You have to suck the Lord's forgiveness out of my dick."
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Dude, it's a 6-hour series, and here's the fucked up part. All of the Catholic, what's it called? The Brotherhood or something? There's some weird name for it. They were literally, when he started to get questions and stuff, they started moving him around all across the United States to different churches to protect him from...
my bad.
Thanks, Tommy. Thanks, Tommy.
You know what?
Jurisdiction. That's what it was. Jurisdiction law. So they kept moving him around, and he ended up dying in the late 90s, and they never were able to prosecute him. They were protecting this fucking
Well, that's what fucking Ratzinger did. Ratzinger was Pope Benedict. He fucking protected a priest that fucking raped hundreds of deaf fucking children. Dude.
Jesus Christ, dude.
He protected them, and he was the fucking Pope.
Why do they always these weird protectors?
Benedict III you're talking about, right?
His real name was Ratzinger.
Yeah, he was like,
yes.
The Nazi.
He's fucking Palpatine.
Fucking Nazi.
They won't even hear them sneaking up on him. They won't even hear it.
I wasn't...
Darth Vibrator. It doesn't count because they don't hear it coming.
What's up, Jesse? Jesse, what do you have to say about this? Welcome to the show, bro. Well, okay, that's really great, but Jesse, we're talking about this pet pedo sex rings. I mean, what do you think about that? Oh yes, okay. Yeah, you can tell he doesn't like that. His tone is completely dropped, really down.
He's so right. He's so right.
Well,
Dude,
you're
Jesse
definitely
should do
right.
a fucking show with Tommy, and Tommy just tells a shitty joke, and then Jesse plays like the fucking Seinfeld.
I'm sorry Jesse. I'm sorry I crushed your bass mood, but let's talk about something happy. Like Jesse, what do you think about nice, luscious tits? Oh, oh, see that put him in a better
Joe.
mood.
You got him all revved up.
Yeah, now he's ready to go. Oh man, I should have asked him what he thought about Jewish people, and that would have been that.
Hey Jesse, what do you think about Jews, Jesse?
Yeah, it's a good question.
There he is.
See now you gotta do the video of Tommy telling a joke and falling to the ground, and then play that fucking bass.
Oh my god! We don't have to. Timmy MC will be making one here before too long.
I know.
Love that guy.
Boom, 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 boom. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tommy NC.
Cable.
Oh God!
Oh my
the great
God.
Tommy
I
NC.
gotta go blow it up really badly.
Oh my God, dude.
My bad. That's so great.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, my bad.
I can't take that soundbite, dude. I can't.
Excuse me, second, folks.
Filthy, tell me you got that bite where he goes,
Oh wait, I gotta look for it because there's so much shit in here.
That's the best one. There it is.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Hey, here's one for you.
Suck off. Suck off. Fuck you, cocksucker. Fuck you, cocksucker.
Oh my God. Oh, here's another one for you. Ready? Listen to this one.
Lick my asshole.
Oh my God! Dude.
Lick my asshole. Fuck you, cocksucker.
I guess.
Dude.
Could you imagine the sound bites of everybody welcome Tommy and C to the stage, then the puke, and then the Seinfeld theme?
Remember the guy that was gonna smash our fucking faces or whatever?
Yo, we'd like to welcome Tommy NC to the stage.
You know what? I fucking came in a bowl and your mother drank cum soup from me.
After every joke you hear.
Oh my God, dude. I think we're gonna have to edit that later. Oh my God.
Die.
Motherfucker! Get the fuck out of here!
If I try one of each? Ooh. Do you mind if I try one of each?
Lovely jobblies.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
You idiots!
I can't breathe, bro.
They're all about
Remember when his friend wanted to smash our face? Listen to this.
hating other people, bullying other people. You know, and these people, they have these tons and tons of fans that sit here and they think it's hilarious, and that's what they enjoy to watch. Like, what happened to this world today that we live in? What is it?
This is Tommy's MMA. This is Tommy's MMA friend. His big mean MMA friend.
It's disgusting to me. I hate it. And, you know, I get on there, I jump on Monetize This or whatever, and I watch whatever.
He's getting called.
And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to bash your boys. And they bet, you know, like, you're still, like, cool, though. Which I'm sure you are because you're the nice guy. But these guys run their trap.
Oh yeah, it's coming out! Oh yeah!
This is his show. His show's going on, and this guy's being interrupted by somebody calling. And he comes back on like, oh, he ate them.
You're obviously good people because you know that Tommy's a good person. If you didn't think that Tommy was a good person, you wouldn't follow him. You wouldn't watch his videos. You wouldn't care about anything that he does. But you're obviously good people. You know that Tommy's a good person. So I want all of you out there, please, to stay positive, as he says. His little motto, his little slogan, stay positive. All of you. It's an inspirational thing.
Since we're getting cranked off here in the interview,
I do it all the time now. I tell people,
I gotta go. I can't say I gotta leave.
That guy said he wanted to punch us.
Oh my god, that was great.
That guy said he would knock us out. He said.
Damn, why does the fucking guy hate?
Little bubbles, those little.
What's the recording studio like when you're in there recording that shit? Like, here's the sounds we're gonna put in the show.
Every joke, after every joke, you hear that on the stage.
F. Tommy's corpse.
Dude, I'm telling you, put the fucking video up of him telling that joke and then falling to the ground and then fucking play that.
Oh my god, I got it right here.
You hear, I'm gonna do some impressions. Dun 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 dun.
Open, because I was watching you all the time. Okay, this is right here. What if that means?
Dude, watch when he comes out to the stage. Watch this.
2010, 2000, whatever.
Baby, I hear the blues. Now he
Oh my god! Wait!
He pretends.
Pause the music. Pause it.
He pretends like he doesn't know where the mic is, even though he just watched her on it.
Wait, hold on a second. Pause the music. I gotta preface this, Joe, because they haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Tommy comes out on the fucking stage. Ken, Filthy, he starts fucking talking to his shoulder.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh
acting
my
like
god.
There's an invisible friend on his fucking shoulder, and he's talking to him.
Oh my god! Wait till you got to see this. This is the greatest, dumbest thing ever. This is great.
I don't know where I am right now. It's 15 seconds ago. I think I was in my room. How old am I?
He goes, I think I was in my room. How old am I? Like, what the fuck?
I think I'm listening. I think. I don't know. I'm not crazy.
Dragonfly?
Look at that moth flying around. I'm like, hey man, I'm the only one in here with you.
No, I'm not crazy. The little guy on my he's not there anymore. I don't know where he went. I guess he's doing some other stuff tonight, I guess.
Oh
so I guess I'll
God.
just bore you guys with my kind of comedy. Guy walks into a bar.
Hey, you suck dicks!
Ouch.
Who in the fuck just played that Arlie Irving sound?
Oh my god.
Who did that? Oh my god!
Then he looks at his cue cards he has.
You really got
for 10
big
years-
fat tits.
What if I told all you people that I'm a fucking loser and you all paid money to see me? So a guy walks into a bar and there's only one other guy in the bar. We're with the one guy who just came into the bar and he says, hey, let's fornicate. And then they left. Now there's no people in the bar. It's like a math equation.
What the fuck is this all about?
I'm pushing like 10 cards behind me right now. And also, if you know that I'm working there, please do not take the cart. Like, I had quit there a long time ago, but I'm just saying, When I worked there, people would mess with me and take the cart and jam it up in the top part of the buggy ground. I'm like, that doesn't go there. And I'm like, they're just messing with me. This is ridiculous. $8 an hour, my God.
I would eat a whole roast chicken if it meant I'd have a cardiac arrest.
I'd rather be on YouTube for an hour doing.
Listen to this dead silence.
That doesn't go there. And I'm like,
Here comes the dead silence.
This is ridiculous. I don't get paid enough of this. $8
English,
an hour,
motherfucker, do you speak it?
I'd rather be on YouTube for an hour doing a live broadcast than doing this crap. I don't get paid enough for this crap.
See, the whole thing is him just plugging his YouTube channel.
He goes, I don't get paid enough to sit here and do this shit crap.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I literally just spit my beer out.
I love the last one he did where the whole ending was like, but I'm on YouTube, youtube.com, TommyNC2010. I've been on Tosh.0 and everywhere. Like, and people just like, fucking kill yourself.
Shut up, dummy.
They interviewed all the crowd later. They were like, hey, tell me what you thought of my stand-up. And this one guy was like, I've never been to a comedy show where I thought I wanted to kill the comedian, but this was the night. And I hate you. By the way, that yellow jacket you have looks like mustard shit.
What are you, fucking Colonel Mustard? With
He looks like Sergeant Slaughter got lost in Dick Tracy.
Sergeant Slaughter and Dick Tracy had a kid.
Oh my God, dude! It just had to be said again. It
is literally the worst set he's ever done, and that's saying something because there's been some fucking horrifyingly bad sets he's done. That kills all of them. Christ.
Tommy would walk through life hearing that after everything that's said to him. Like, no, Tommy, you're not eating anymore and go right to bed.
Yeah.
And you know what, dude? Those old Timmy MC videos, I actually to this day still watch those like all the time.
I first found that it was like a gold mine.
Dude, Ken.
Between him and TSS, man, I swear.
He does that one stand-up in like, I don't know where it is. It just seems like he went to a fucking like senior resort or something. And he gets up on stage and starts mimicking jerking off.
Yeah.
He's like, when guys jerk off, it's like, and he starts doing it on the stage, and fucking nobody's laughing. There he is. Listen.
Oh my God.
Oh, my bad.
Oh God.
Technical malfunctions.
Oh, God. I've still have all the messages between me and Tommy where I told him what to put on the video.
Oh no!
You should play them.
No, but I
do
have. When did that whole thing happen? When did it was okay? It was
last year, right?
It was 2 years ago.
Oh, was it that long ago? Jesus.
It was 2016. Yeah.
Crazy.
Wow, look at this. I wonder what this is. Let's see. It'll play my voice message.
Yeah, man, that sounds good if you want to do that. Yeah, because I guess, I don't know, man. I guess he never did anything. I guess it was just his fans.
Huh. Oh, this was, let's see what this was.
Okay, man. Yeah, I'll take care of that. It'll be fun, man. All right.
I sound like a coke fucking person.
You're like, your whole career is gonna take off from this, all right? And
listen to what I.
In 3 years, you're gonna think you're a huge YouTuber.
Hey, man, that sounds good to me.
I want to find the clip. I want to find the clip where I told him like, this is what we're doing.
Take that.
That would be the best.
Yeah, my bad.
Oh, look, I've got it.
That's got to be my favorite soundbite from
Look,
Tommy of all
here it
time.
is. I found it. I started.
My bad. Oh
no.
Oh my god, dude, he sounds like he's convulsing there.
Dude, it's so good because he's like, oh, my bad.
Oh my god.
Like he literally shit himself in that clip.
Yeah, he pooped on it.
Oh, well, there was one night Filthy kept playing that one. There was that one night Filthy just kept playing that one where he was going,
wait, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
That's the best. It was when you guys said he was having sex with Bridget Nielsen.
Oh yeah.
Look at this, Bailey. Here's the messages. March 20th, 2016. You got tons of love for your video. It fucking worked, man. It worked. That's my writing. It worked. That was me telling Tommy it fucking worked.
Was he crying in voice messages before that?
No. I mean,
yeah, because it was all a fucking facade.
Look at this. This is what I told him. This is what I told him to title it. I'm getting death threats from Leafy is here at Keemstar. Why?
What it is? Yep.
Like that's what I
think
had this whole thing.
Now Keemstar's out of it though, right? It just says Leafy is here.
Yeah, we ended up taking Keemstar out of it because like it really wasn't him, but like his people were doing that, so I figured, it's him too. Fuck it, throw him on there too. He's another name. It was crazy,
right.
Dude.
So you had Leafy fans and Keemstar fans clicking on it because that video doesn't it have like almost 2 million views now, or has it got more than that?
2 million.
Jesus.
Let me see what this says. Maybe this is the one where this is amazing stuff that I have this.
Yeah, they're coming at my channel pretty hard now because I made that video, so get ready. But if
I
you
remember that, Joe.
If you make a video, just to let you know.
It was
I remember we took a world of shit when all that went down.
Yeah, I was hammered for like 2 days. I wrote, I'm going after this guy hard. That shit's fucking crazy. The shit that I have, it's crazy that I have this.
I remember Monetize This a few weeks after that. Like, we had to, like, literally defend ourselves. Well, defend you for the most part. Because, I was really involved with the show at the time. So we had to, like, really, really defend everything we did.
Yeah,
because Tommy, like, threw you under the bus on something, didn't he? Wasn't like he, like, straight up threw you under the bus with Keemstar or some shit?
Yeah, what happened was, we already know, but I mean, what happened was, like, obviously the whole thing was my idea. Jake DeMarco tipped me off that this video was made. I told him he wanted me to make a video attacking Leafy. And I said, Tommy, instead make a video where it seems like you're going to off yourself or something. So then I told him how to do everything and whatever to do, and he sent me the video. And I'm like, yeah, that was really good. And the fucking video trended to 1 on Reddit and went all the way all over the place. And what happened was, then when he started blowing up, like within a few hours, and by the next day he blew up so much, and he went, and I was helping him, like tweeting out his stuff, talking about stuff, and all his other friends on his show or whatever were like basically saying I was mooching off him or something, but they didn't know that I was the one helping him do all this. And
they kept telling you that you were riding his coattails.
And then on top of that, the next day he went to go live on his channel and he couldn't. Something was wrong. And he was panicking and crying about that. So I said, Tommy, I'll do the show from
your channel.
My channel for
that.
you.
Oh yeah.
He was like, okay, all right, and he called
ready,
me.
I'm ready.
So we did it. but I was getting attacked by everybody, including Keemstar, saying I was like using him or something. And I'm like, yeah, this couldn't be any further from the truth. So I was like, Tommy, can you like make a fucking video about how like I helped you with this or something? Because people think that I'm just here. So he makes a video that says, my friend Joe Cronin, blah, blah, blah. Then within like 6 hours, he takes it down to make it look even worse.
Everything you've got, taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot.
I think I was right around the time, I think Kenny came on the map with us too, wasn't it?
A little bit
after that.
Because I think Kenny like stood up for you.
Well, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. That wasn't until.
Yeah, that was a couple of months later, I think.
Yeah, a few months back later, April.
But it was almost about the same thing.
Maybe it was.
Well, yeah, because Keemstar was accusing Joe as well of using Tommy, and then Kenny was straight up stood up and was like,
"No, that
I
was
don't think that
was like a year later. That was
that much later.
Yeah, that was a year later.
That much.
But at that point, we were talking about like that and some
that
other
incident.
Yeah,
at that point.
Yeah,
it was the Rybotch. Really around the Rybotch video where Ken came on. That was February 2017. It was a whole year later.
Right, but the Rybotch thing happened after he stood up for you.
No, he stood up for me at the end of 17.
I think it was right around the same time almost.
Yeah, it was like everything hit all at once. The fucking Scott McKinnon song, the Rybotch thing, and then Kenny sticking up for you during the Keemstar conversation.
Yeah, maybe it was around right after the Rybotch thing.
Yeah, it was. But I think the main thing that they were talking about that night was Tommy more or less was like, and Keemstar was more or less like saying shit to him about people he's worked with. And I think Joe's name got brought up somehow. I don't know if it was Tommy or Keemstar that brought it up. But then Keemstar was like, yeah, you know, that guy was using you. And I was like, dude, I don't know about that. I'm like, I think it's the other way around. You know, like, for him, he wouldn't have even known what direction to go with that, you know? He's ready to fucking just give up at that point.
Yeah, Bailey, Tommy doesn't even defend me at all. He's just like, oh, whatever.
He never really has, to be honest with you.
That night either, dude, which I was shocked over, like, you know.
Yeah, he's like, why aren't we friends? Why can't I call you in the middle of the night?
Well, the interesting thing about that conversation was you would have thought it was like Kenny or Keemstar interviewing each other in a sense, because Tommy was like a fucking he was a mute that whole time.
What the fuck was that all about? He just shut up. You're right.
He was just gonna let Keemstar literally bury Joe, and to be honest with you, thank goodness Kenny was there, because goddamn, that probably would have escalated if anything.
I remember. Let me see if this is it. What the fuck?
Those were
going
some
on?
strange fucking times, dude.
I know Joe's doing a review of NXT. Garbage. But go over there and check. Who said that? Check that out.
You.
Listen to Ken shit on me. Listen to this, right?
I didn't say that. That wasn't even
Wait,
me.
listen.
I know Joe's doing a review of NXT. Garbage. But go over there and check that out if you want.
It's me. Wait, hold on. Were you saying that the review is garbage, or were you saying that NXT is garbage?
No, I don't even know what the fuck that was. That was from tonight?
I think you might have been saying NXT was garbage, no?
When was that from?
Well, you don't even watch NXT, though.
When was that from?
That was from June 17th or something.
Oh, that was a while ago. Yeah, I don't know. I watch it. I don't watch it religiously. I know Joe's doing a review of NXT. Garbage. But go over there. And
Well, that's probably why. That's why. I don't know. I just thought that was funny. That was the thing that was like Scott was sending me all the time. Like,
man, he fucks with you.
Of course.
He fucks with you when you don't even realize it. I heard what he said.
Whenever Scott talks, it's just that. That comes out of his fucking mouth.
Pussy right now. Eat her fucking pussy hole right now.
I remember that.
There it is.
What the fuck?
Oh
my god.
Dude.
Wow.
Dude, she sounds like she passes a tub of country crock from a fucking twat. Listen, right here.
Dude.
Oh my god.
It's like somebody pulled a zipper down of a bag of shit. Sounds like this chick I used to smoke to.
Wait, where's the slow one? Oh, here it is.
It sounds like this chick.
Oh my Christ, dude.
Dude, it sounds like she has pussy lips on her asshole, dude.
Oh my god.
What the fuck, bro?
I'm throwing up now.
That is seriously the most fucking disgusting thing ever.
Oh my god.
And you know what? I guarantee that shit got plowed right after that.
Oh yeah.
Squishing it in and out.
By the way, I've been broken by those videos finally. Somebody sent me one the other day. I've officially stopped watching them after what I saw.
Oh, can I? Oh, no. Wait a second. Oh, Bailey. It's got to be the same exact thing that I saw.
I don't know.
Was the thing Blake sent you?
Well, was it a chick? Was it a chick?
It was a chick. I'm just gonna.
Was it the Blake video? I
Brutal
turned it
fucking
off.
shit, dude.
I turned it off.
Brutal. Probably the brutalest thing I've ever fucking seen.
Do you want me to just say what it was?
I think Blake wants to kill people.
That's not. It wasn't from Blake. It was from this guy I work with. He sent it to me,
Oh.
and I officially I don't watch videos anymore after that.
Yeah, it was bad,
this.
man.
It was this chick, dude.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm not gonna be able to get the words out.
It was bad.
Fucking, it's just this chick laying spread eagle on a bed, and her pussy just looks like somebody rubbed fucking, I can't even say it, dude. It's fucking disgusting.
Mine's totally different.
Like cheese mustard. We're talking about the beheading video, right, Ken?
No.
Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm not talking
Okay.
about that.
That shit was
Yeah,
fuck.
that I can't watch, dude.
Yeah, see,
Morbid.
Blake sent you that, right?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, see?
It was horrible, bro. It really fucked me up.
I didn't watch it. I knew what was going to happen. I went, oh, nope.
I pressed play on it just to see what was going to happen, and then I just looked away before it happened. But
I don't want to see shit like that, man.
I don't. It's like I don't know, man. What I don't know why I watch it. I don't
Did
know.
you ever hear what Bill Burr said about videos like that? Because Joe
Joe
Rogan watches shit like that. Bill Burr goes, he's like, I look at your soul as like pixelated, and every time you watch shit like that, 2 little cubes float away.
Saying that.
All right, so here's the video I saw, man. It's this chick laying on a fucking bed, spread eagle, and her pussy looks like somebody just rubbed mud all over it. Okay, it's not shit, but it just looks like it's got mud all over it. No. And I was like, and I saw it, and I was like, oh, dude. I was like, what the fuck is that? And then all of a sudden you see her stomach start pulsating.
Oh no.
And then she fucking
What did she do?
Oh, we
He doesn't give a fuck.
What did she have a baby?
Oh, dude.
She gave birth, and the fucking thing came out going.
It can't be worse than 2 girls, 1 cup. There's no.
It is so much worse to me, man. I just sent it to Kenny. Kenny, you're gonna have to help me out here, dude.
Oh no.
I can deal with that. See, I can deal with that, but I don't want to see the beheading thing. I'll watch that girl's taco fucking throw up on itself.
Oh my no.
Dude, it's not cool.
Why?
All right, so here's what I think. I got somebody else to help me out here in case I trail off again. She's got this muddy fucking vagina, and all of a sudden you see her stomach start pulsating, and she just starts pushing out, dude, like whole fucking worm farms out of her vagina. Just like, Kenny, help me out, dude. Is it not like?
Oh my god!
It's like 1,000 fucking. It's like somebody stuffed a whole fucking refrigerator of night crawlers up her pussy.
Are you talking about like earthworms?
Yes, dude.
So she put earthworms in her pussy.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I really wish. Joe, can I send this to you?
Oh, so I get the mud part.
Dude, I know where he's at because she literally put. Dude, it's like it may not be earthworms. I think it's just giant. Dude, you know when you go fishing for like crappie and bluegill and shit, and you use those big fat night crawlers,
right?
She pushes out, dude, like 8 canisters of fucking worms out of her pussy.
That's a fucking gem of a human being.
Hey, Joe, I'm gonna. Oh,
does it sound like this?
Can I ask? Honestly, why?
I don't know, dude. And somebody sent that to me. I'm gonna have Leah show it to Joe.
Now listen, the one that I
Why are you freaking out? What the fuck are you doing? No. What? Why are you screaming at me? Bailey just sent me something horrible. I didn't send you anything.
What? What happened?
What?
What'd I miss?
What did you send to Leah?
No. You
What
don't have
the
to watch
fuck?
it, Leah. She's fucking typing no in the chat to get it to go away.
Oh my god, dude, she's
Just
freaking.
show Joe. Just show Joe. I wish somebody could see.
Dude, she just started screaming. I thought there was something wrong or something.
Leah, just show Joe.
You're like Leah.
I think she just
show Joe.
I think she deleted you on Facebook.
What?
No, I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Dude, that is so bad, man. But I'm talking about the one that I thought you were talking
Kitty,
about.
check your messages. That's what Leah sent. She tried to get it out of her feed. Look what I just sent you.
I can't even believe that's real.
She puts that out of the screen. She's like, "Fuck that! I'm not even leaving that in the screen."
Are you watching it, Joe?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Go, Leah. Come on, Leah. Just show it to Joe. You don't have to watch it.
I didn't allow her to call the show. I didn't not allow her, but she was like, "Can I call into the show tonight so I can listen?" And I'm like, "Why?" So I kind of was like, "You never unmonetize this. Fuck you," or something like that. And so she's not here, so she can't hear you.
Ugh.
Never on the show.
Bad, though. It's bad though.
Dude. Yeah, dude.
You want me to send it to you, Mike?
No, I want no part of that shit.
All right, I don't.
Dude, can I tell you something? When Two Girls One Cup came out, right? I knew not to watch it. I was like, I'm just not gonna watch it because I know what it's gonna do to me. I'm gonna literally throw up.
Never seen it.
I was dry heaving to Ken's father dry heaving.
Yeah.
You know what? I've seen that, and that video is bad, but there was something about this particular video that really, I was just like, I hate people. Like, I don't want to see this video.
No.
Right.
And I watched it, and dude, Kenny, when her stomach starts pulsating,
Ugh.
you will not believe the amount of fucking worms in her stomach, dude.
But here's the thing.
Why?
Joe is absolutely right that as bad as that is, a beheading video will stick with you for months.
Yeah, let me tell you something. That's what I was just
that's
saying.
apples to oranges, though,
But
in a way.
And I thought you were talking about that video at first of the one I saw that was sent to me by Blake. And
I think he sent it to me. I just haven't watched it.
Dude, it was bad. It was the most brutal, one of the most brutalest things I've ever seen on video.
It was in Brazil, right? It
was bad. Huh?
It was in Brazil, right?
Yeah, dude. And they supposedly they killed this woman just because she liked Trump.
What did she cut his head? What did they cut her head off with?
A fucking machete, but they were stabbing her while she was laying on the ground. It was really fucking.
Well, there was one I watched. It's got to be like 2005. 2000.
What the fuck?
It was fucking Al Qaeda cutting the dude's head off.
Straighten your fucking wife out, dude.
Oh no! What?
What do you mean? What, did she send you foot videos?
Oh, what happened?
She got you back now, you fuck.
Why don't you straighten your wife out, you cunt? You should get her a boob job like fucking Rocky said. Oh, God.
I fucking... You fucking...
Where is he gone? Is he dead? Did he die?
Oh man, what got sent back to you, bro? What the fuck?
I didn't know she sent anything back. She's still playing World of Warcraft, so I didn't think she sent anything to him.
A habanero.
I can't believe that fucking game is still around, dude. That is amazing.
Yeah, I wish it wasn't around.
Dude, that's fucking 13 years now.
I think it's longer than that. Came out in 2004.
All right, so holy shit.
And if you're talking about Warcraft, then you're really talking about...
Well, that you're going back now.
Yeah.
I got yeah.
He sounds like he was just fucked from every orifice. Like,
dude, I've got like fucking just. Oh my god, I got like rivers of like.
It sounds like I threw up and then fed you my puke. That's
like the old baby bird.
Yeah, the baby bird. Yeah.
Did you ever see that video of when Opie and Anthony did that, where the guy was chugging fucking eggnog and he would throw it up in the dude's mouth?
Dude, what the fuck? What's funnier is all the rivalries all those guys now have with each other, like how Opie and Anthony hate each other. And
have you been paying attention to it lately?
I mean, isn't Sam Roberts in a thing with Jim Norton in them?
I just listened to Jim Norton's rant the other day about Opie. He's like, dude, enough is enough already. He's like, nobody's watching your show. He's like, you got fucking 3 likes, and then I did Chip Chipperson, and he got 500 likes.
Yeah, I mean, we should get Opie on our show at this point.
Yeah,
right.
Did you guys hear the fucking?
Did you guys hear?
Fucking get a hold of yourself, you fucking.
Sorry.
Marble mouth fuck.
Did you guys hear Anthony Coom? Anthony. Did you guys hear Anthony Cumia's? Did you guys hear Anthony Cumia's I'll be right back.
Oh no!
My bad. Ooh.
What the fuck is going on? Oh my god!
Oh my Christ, dude! I wonder if he's shitting or puking right now. I don't know.
Dude, he's taking a shit.
What was he gonna say about Anthony Cumier? Like, I want to know so bad. And I really didn't care the first time he said it, but by the third or fourth time now, I really want to know.
Oh man.
Where's my fucking phone? Fucking Jesse said he's having a bad night now.
He just sailed away.
Well, now he's saying he's having a bad night. Like might not make it on the show, and I'm having a dark night or something. Like, oh boy.
Really?
How does that bass line sound when he says that?
Well, that yeah.
He's having a great time.
Well, yeah, I thought so too. But because he must have maybe didn't get laid or something like that, and I don't know. Yeah, that's so. When Jesse comes on, I know that earlier we were exciting about how amazing and exciting he was going to sound and everything, but now it's probably going to be like this.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yo.
A bass string hit him in the face.
He's gonna sound like this now.
No, you know what? Yeah. You know what? Play it backwards so it sounds like evil devil stuff. Like
oh my god, man.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, man. He was so happy. He was so happy earlier. Welcome to Corrupted, episode 61, Super Show. I'm just kidding.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just
no man.
He didn't tell me yet. I just told him, come on, call up and talk about it.
That sucks.
He probably thought, there was a girl there or something, built up his expectations and went home angry like I would.
Yo, Joe, did you see the new trailer for Red Dead Redemption?
No, I didn't see that yet.
Dude,
my god,
the game looks real. It's actual game footage too. It's not like the bullshit.
Wait, Joe, you have Xbox, right?
Yeah.
Fuck. Because
I have PlayStation, but I broke it because Scott McKinnon, remember?
Oh, right.
I bashed
I was gonna say, if they do crossplay, we all got to play that together, dude. Seriously.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I'm gonna play. I was gonna play an Indian, but I think I'm gonna play a Chinese railroad worker.
You won't see the train come and you get hit.
Yeah.
Oh my
Isn't
god.
that fucked up? The Chinese built all the railroads. We just fucking used them as like slaves. Like, hey, just build these fucking railroads, you pieces of shit.
Paid them like
How
a
fucked up
quarter.
is that?
Yeah, build this railroad, you fuck.
And now their railroads are like 5 times better than ours.
Yeah, now they don't even need they float on fucking like sun power or something.
Our railroads are terrible.
We because really we don't. They have different. They're not even railroads anymore over there, right? I mean, come on, it's like right? Because aren't they floating? Isn't it magnetism? Isn't it magnets?
It's like magnetized now. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're sitting here using fucking steam coming out of a fucking thing.
We have tracks and fucking third rail still, and
yeah.
We just don't put money into our country anymore.
An animal goes to walk across the fucking tracks and it just gets fucking barbecued.
Yeah, it's like the example or I don't know the analogy, but the closest example is if you've ever been in somebody's school where the desks are still the desks from the 60s or 70s.
Right.
And the windows are all old shit you got to open. But then you go to a new school and you see all the shit and you're like, whoa, this is way better. They're like the town that refuses to upgrade the shit. And
yeah, it's like the schoolhouse from Little House on the Prairie. It's like one fucking stupid schoolhouse.
Most of our country is that. Like that's what
Right.
it is. And we're bringing back coal, and Trump's gonna like fucking lessen the asbestos fucking laws. Did you see that?
What?
Yeah,
That's
they're bringing back
stupid.
asbestos. Yeah, Trump's. This was the report a couple weeks ago that he said that they were going to loosen up the asbestos laws because we use tons of other chemicals that are horrible too, but we use them the right way. So if we just use asbestos the right way, then that should be okay to use because it's like.
You know why he's doing that? So now he can make fucking billions when he builds his next fucking building.
Right.
I mean, maybe, but it's just what?
Oh, God.
Like, dude, I mean, if you haven't seen a video on asbestos, I watched this guy's fucking video on it, and I mean, I always thought I knew what asbestos was, and I do, but it's, oh my Christ, dude. Like, first of all, I didn't know that it was natural. Like, comes from the fucking earth. It's been here for like, since the Greek times we knew about it. And like, when you break it, it's indestructible. So like when you break it up, it floats and the pieces never dissolve. You can break. The more you break it, the worse, because it just keeps breaking and breaking and breaking, and it's still solid, and there's nothing you can do. It's It's like fire can't fucking end it. It's stronger than some steel. It's incredible. It's like, imagine if like this little particle is stronger than a bigger piece of steel, but it can float into your lungs. I mean, it's creepy. It's like
he also wants to bring back coal mining too.
Well,
we all know how that goes.
That was the first thing, and it's like,
Hey man,
what
it's
are you
clean
doing?
coal. Get it right.
Yeah.
Right.
and
I tell you what, man. There's a. Go ahead, sir.
Well,
Sorry,
I was just
Joe.
gonna say, there's a lot of good things that he can do and that he does, but like, there's these just weirdo fucking back steps though. That like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That stuff is dangerous. I mean,
there's a book by John Grisham called Gray Mountain. And I don't know if people are like big readers of like Grisham and shit like that, but there's a book called Gray Mountain, and it's a fiction book, but it like employs all kinds of facts about coal mining. It honestly, it probably wasn't until that book when I realized just how horrifyingly terrible like coal mining can be to the environment. Like, it's fucking terrible.
What about fracking?
Oof.
Fracking.
Oof.
Like, this is all stuff that like we already did and we shouldn't need to do anymore. That's the
We should have moved on from that a long time ago.
But the fact he's wanting to legalize like coal dumping and shit, they're dumping that into rivers.
Well, look what they're doing in Florida. The sugar industry is like dumping their waste, and look what's doing to the water. It's got that red tide. It's killing all the fish, all the fucking sea life.
You're so right, and I hate to keep plugging Netflix, but they have another series on there called Rotten, and it's about the food industry and stuff, and it brings up the Chinese fish market and shit, and the type of fish they're sending over to us. It gets frozen, it freezes, thaws, and gets refrozen up to 8 times before we actually eat it. And it's because, and by the way, Joe, they had a big part of it with the Boston fishing companies or whatever out there.
Yeah,
how they're limited to like a certain amount of catches, and it's not even enough to pay the workers.
Yeah,
and it's just cheaper for China to literally ship it to like fucking Taiwan and then reship it to us without having to pay tariffs and stuff. But to think about the fish that we're eating, man, it really opens my eyes. I was like, Jesus Christ, dude. Think about the additives they have to add to this shit to freeze it up to 8 times.
Yeah, great, Joe. I can't wait till you take me to that sushi restaurant.
Yeah, come on. Well, the good news about the sushi is I believe that those are fish farms. So.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, even in Boston, I think, like, they're, like, obviously the closer to the coast you are, the more safer you are in a sense.
Yeah.
But when you're shipping fish and shit to places like Indiana or anywhere in the Midwest, you're literally eating shit that has so many additives in it to help keep the color for salmon and snapper and all this shit.
Yeah,
like Joe and those guys get fresh fish off the fucking sea.
Like, I can walk. I mean, actually, I believe if you were to get sushi out in your area, it would have to be fish farms because because they just drop millions of eggs and then they make it right there. It's not like it's not coming from the ocean, but.
They don't make a mystery of it either. It's very like
it's okay.
Yeah, it's
I mean, but it's so around like even here, like I can walk up the street soon. You know, or right now it's warm. I can walk up the street and lobsters right off the boat. The people that like they fish the lobsters, they come and here's the lobster, and it's right off the boat and $15, and that's right here. That's right up.
And you don't realize it till you eat it because I didn't realize it until we went to Florida and we just would go to like these literal like roads instead of like a lemonade stand. There'd be like roadside stands of some dude who just has 5-gallon drums filled with scallops and shrimp and stuff. You can literally spend $20 and walk away with a small buffet, and that shit tastes unreal compared to the shit you buy at like a supermarket. It's fucking crazy.
It's a lot fresher, but I mean, you can still buy the fresh lobsters. Lobster's different because like you can keep that.
Yeah,
that
but they
stays
don't.
alive.
That's the difference. They don't because it's just cheaper to bring that shit in. You know what I mean?
What were you gonna say about Cumier before you fucking ejaculated or whatever happened?
Oh, because we were talking about how the rivalry between Opie and Jim and Anthony. I watched Anthony's Compound Media show that he does.
Yeah.
Which is so underrated, and I really wish he didn't have a paywall because it's fucking amazing.
He was easily the way more talented person of the two.
There's no fucking.
They
debate.
offered to. It could have been on their website a while ago, like when they first launched. I got an email from Compound Media, about
I
putting
was subscribed for a while, but it's like $10.99, and I'm just like, I'm gonna try and save some money because I've already got like 30 subscriptions to this shit. But he did a show the other day because Opie on his podcast, or he tweeted or something, that he challenges anybody to find something more. Did you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Filthy?
he challenges anybody to find something funnier than his show.
More funny on a consistent basis than his show. And fucking Anthony Cumia went insane. And he goes, I'll tell you something funnier. Does everybody remember September 11th, 2001?
The Oklahoma City bombing. He goes, that's fucking funny.
He's like, you remember that? He's like, you remember that daycare that caught a lot of debris and killed all those kids? That's funnier than Greg Opie Hughes.
Oh my God.
He goes, oh, by the way, I'm writing a new book, and the title is literally called Why I Hate Greg Opie Hughes.
Oh my God, dude, that's hilarious. I got to go listen to how bad that is and just rip his show.
By the way, Joe, you ought to listen to Norton's rant too, because Norton fucking eviscerated.
I hate Norton. I hate Norton.
I'm not a huge fan. I like Norton when he was with O&A.
But you know what? I also hate Roberts, kind of, even though Roberts is my friend. And he's probably gonna. Well, he won't listen to this. I don't think he's a patron.
Roberts is a fucking fruit.
Well, I was talking to him. Me and Sam Roberts like DM every once in a while, and so I was DMing him the other day, and I said, but I meant it, but I was joking. But I fuck with him, and he just keeps talking to me, and I'm like, why does he keep talking to me? I said, hey, do you think your show would be as good if that fucking loudmouth Norton wasn't on it? Like, but I like meant it. You know what I mean? Fucking Sam, you fuck.
Dude, wasn't Sam Roberts when he was a little kid on like a Nickelodeon show for like a talent that he had or some shit?
Yeah, it's called I Can Take a Whole Cock.
And bounce back like a champ.
Yeah, I can be a cocksucker. I told him that, I said, if I let my pubic hair grow for like 10 years, it would look like your head.
Seriously, he's got a fucking afro, dude.
But you know what?
I asked him that off the air. Right, look at this picture. I asked him right there. I said, hey, you know what?
Dude, he looks like he's from fucking Whoville.
He looks like Cindy Lou Who.
He does.
Yeah.
Well, he is Cindy because he has a Brie mode shirt on. I asked him about that too. I said, why are you always wearing the Brie? It's fucking weird. Don't you think it's weird?
But you got to admit, the synergy of O&A with Norton and Sam Roberts as like their producer, that shit was funny because they filled their roles.
Yeah, he was good when he was with them because him as a single host, I don't think
it's trash.
Isn't that good? What he is decent at. What I do like what he does is when he just interviews people. I think he's okay with that. I think it's all right.
Like Nancy Grace.
Whoever.
Oh my God, that was the best.
Well, that was on that show though, right? That was
right.
That was with Norton and Sam. Yeah. But still, like. They literally made her so mad she got up and walked out.
Well, that's not hard to do.
Well,
I mean,
fuck that cunt.
Yeah, that was
bloated fucking twat. Fuck that asshole.
Jesus.
You know what I mean?
Prolapsed asshole.
Yeah, you know what a cunt must smell like? Speaking of fucking bottom feeding fucking lobsters and scallops.
Oh my God.
Smells like.
You know what I would have said to her? I would have said, what the hell was that? You know what I would have said to Nancy Grace? I would have said to Nancy Grace, I would have said, hey, listen. I would so badly love to fucking... If it wasn't illegal to have sex with animals, I'd rape you right now. And just say that to her and see what she says. But
Be
I'd
like,
have
I
Pete.
don't know exactly what you're talking about, but I don't appreciate it, you motherfucking cocksucker.
Cocksucker.
That accent is the worst.
I would put her up against like a Southie chick who's fat. You know,
Durker, Jihad Durker.
put her up against a real South Boston girl who's fat as fuck.
Dude, that's like there's a new character in Orange is the New Black. That's that. She's this fucking Southie fat chick.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
Put her up against one of those fucking just fucked up. Like,
One of those fat
Khaki. We sell ciggies and beer. What the more do you want? I athletes. These are my trophies.
My husband's cousins with Marky Mark, and I'm only a little retarded.
Took a Ramirez home with a uterus. Now I'm barren. Worth it.
I'm in Framingham State Women's Penitentiary.
You ever seen this? The Real Housewives of South Boston.
Looks funny.
Look at that fucking mess on the right. What a mess.
Goddamn parade this year because I got a Jackie's Packy float in there. I mean, it's not official or nothing, but I got a bunch of stickers on my car, and it's already parked illegally on the parade route. So try to stop me.
Dude, I remember we would be fucking throwing stink bombs out of windows into the fucking parade as it goes by, just laughing at them, going like, "What the fuck?"
Celtics score.
Score. We always play St. Patty's Day drinking games, but I always forget the rules, so this year I'm going to pay real good attention. I always pass out and hit my head on the bar, but thank God
You have no idea how accurate this is.
never been any repercussions.
I got an idea.
You ladies want another round?
I'll take another round of you instead of me. Sharon's brother, Sean, is my ex-friend. And I have my second daughter here, Siobhan Rondo. Remember this?
Call behind there was fucking blasted.
Thank you. Sharon, what the fuck? You got a penis on your face. Jesus, what? Sharon, it's a shamrock dick on my face. Looks like a penis.
You like it. Drinks on me, girls. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Sharon, how the f are you picking up drinks? Don't you live in a homeless shelter?
I see, like, fucking just grab these bitches, put them up against Nancy Grace, like grab one of these the worst, grab the fucking cross-eyed girl and just be like, Nancy Grace,
Are
like,
these the type of chicks you were picking up, Joe, years ago?
there's a couple like that.
He goes, a couple of them fuckers.
There's a couple like that.
There's a couple of them fucking
Dude, let me tell you something.
There's a couple in my room.
As nasty as those chicks are back in the day, I would just fuck those chicks for sport, dude. I'd have them fucking their noses running like they were in a Syria gas attack, dude. I would just fuck the shit out of them, dude.
Oh my god.
They would always say the word.
One of them wasn't that bad.
Oh, your fucking cock is so fucking deep in me. It's like the Southie girls go-to right there.
Oh, you fucking cock, yeah?
Fuck yeah, fuck me with your fucking cock.
There's just something to be said for a chick that'll eat your asshole after you do a box jump session.
Oh, God.
Hey, listen, Bailey's mom is... Okay.
Oh, come on, man. Fucking eating ass, dude. I
Tina
don't
Bailey.
understand that game.
Bailey, did you ever hear my story? I've told this story a bunch of times, but I don't know if you heard it. I had an ex-girlfriend. I remember I fucking had taken a shower, right? And I went to sleep. Like, I passed out after the shower.
Yeah?
And my girlfriend at the time, I wake up and she literally has half her tongue buried up my asshole.
What the fuck?
That's what I woke up to.
You should have told me. I didn't shower.
I was like, oh, this chick is a fucking wildebeest. She was just a fucking animal.
That's weird. Like, because then I'd start thinking about what she did to other people. And
right, exactly. That's exactly what you start thinking.
Yeah. Like, oh, man, she's done this before, and I'm going to kiss her. Like, this girl had her tongue in Al Bundy's asshole once, too.
Yeah, without a doubt. This chick was a fucking slimy fucking animal.
I don't get the ass-eating shit, man. I don't get that.
Well, let me ask you a question. If the chick's hot, are you going to eat the asshole?
It's got to be Jessica Biel.
No, fuck. We already talked about Jessica Biel, dude. She needs a half gallon of milk just smashed over a fucking
That depends, man. That depends on what the girl... The girl starts saying some crazy shit to me and doing some crazy things, like, I don't know what could happen.
You know what though, dude? I gotta be honest with you. Eating ass, it's just not my style.
It's just like a dirty penny. It's not that bad.
I'm not ready.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, well, you don't know what it's like until you have a girl be like, lick my ear. Like inside of my ear. Lick that.
Dude, I'm okay with licking an ear, dude. I'm not licking a fucking dirt button. It's not happening.
A dirt button.
Not happening.
Nice and pink. You know what I mean? Like it looks like it hasn't even been used. Just came out of the
You know
wrap.
what else is nice and pink is a fucking pussy, all right? I'm not doing that.
Yeah, but the asshole's right there. You got to give it a little kiss.
I don't give a shit. They're separated for a reason.
You know, I really enjoy creeping people out and making people mad when you're not really that serious. And I got to admit something. This is really kind of fucked up and a little bit off topic, but I fantasize. I would never do this because it'd be terribly mean, but I kind of want to. And a lot of times I think about just getting Tommy NC on one of the shows and just being like going after his mother.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean? Just like making him just go ballistic. Can you imagine like how angry he would get if I was like, you know who's a real whore? Your mother. Like he would, my God. Dude, he would start snapping and I'd be like, you know what though? I'm dead serious though. Your mother raised a jackass. Like you.
Oh
like,
my God, Joe.
And then just kept going about that, like, and you know, and then being like, I hope she's dead, like, and just listening,
dude,
and just listening to him melt down, and then because you're joking, but like he's like can't deal with it. Oh my God, or anybody to be honest, you know,
he
like,
catches wind of this, he's gonna freak out.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say that. I like his mother's probably beautiful, but I love his, God bless his mother. But I mean, even my mother, you know, fuck her. But, you know, it's just like you're just joking around, you know? But I'd love to see him just blow up and just go crazy.
We've seen it before. We all know how good it is.
Oh, my God. Like, I couldn't imagine it.
Dude, you think about it for, like, literally, like, 6 straight months after he screamed on Monetize This.
Oh.
Those sound bites floated around all of our shows for, like, 6 straight months because of that one freak out. When he went...
He had he had a couple of good ones, like, you know, close to each other. You know what I mean? And it was like added even more onto that. You know
what's fucked Jesse up, probably never heard that.
One of them happened one week when you weren't there, and then the next one happened the week when I wasn't there.
Yeah.
So it never happened when we were on the same show. Because the week before, Tommy was like, we thought he was gonna fucking kill himself.
Yeah, we had to like back off like big time because he was like.
Dude, he literally, like, he starts crying live on the show, and Joe goes, Tommy, you going to be all right? Like, Jesus. And then the very next week, that guy, he's like, you're a fucking fake ass. And then he's all like, ah!
This is it, ready?
No, that's not the one. I'm talking about the one before that.
This is another one.
That one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
That was a
Banshee.
That was when Johnny Ray Sinister just kept talking over him, and he couldn't get a word in, so he just went and he just screamed.
Wow, dude!
Because we kept prodding and poking him about the fucking balloon gate and all that.
Yeah.
And every time he brought it up, he would go, "Let's hear, motherfucker!"
Oh my God!
He's a guy who tells you on his channel everything is nice and hunky dory, and everything is, you know.
Well, I gotta say, thanks to Christian, Silver Saint, John Telfair, Abel Salas Jr.'s back, and Michael Andrews, everybody who joined up on Patreon the last few minutes, and everybody else who was a patron earlier. What's up? Welcome. And Jesse is here. Welcome. What happened, Jesse? Jesse.
What do you want to know?
There he is. There's Jesse.
Yeah, well, what do you want to know?
Well,
He's
I mean,
really mad.
What happened? I thought you were gonna have a good time playing bass.
Yeah, I don't know. I played for about 6 hours. What about it?
Oh shit!
Well, it sounded like you were like, "Oh, I'm not gonna be on the show because this is epic. I'm playing bass forever. I may never stop."
Yeah, I went a little late. Now I'm here. What about it?
Well, you said that you're having a bad night. What'd you do?
What
Fall
happened?
off the fucking stage?
No.
Oh, what's going on? What happened that you said you had a bad night?
Just another, what is it called? Just a transitional day. Another day till tomorrow. Tomorrow's another day to the next day. Just another shitty day.
Rub some of those moon rocks on your cock. You'll be all right.
I'd rather rub fucking Dilaudid all over my body and die in a hospice bed. But that's
Jesus.
Oh
my
God.
God, man. Holy
Dear
fuck.
Lord.
I'm working on it. I'm getting a lawyer so I can hopefully get on hospice and get out of here within the next couple months.
Jesus Christ, Jesse.
Wait a second, Jesse. Jesse, like hospice is your
Dear
dog.
God.
Yeah.
You want to die?
Yeah, I've been trying to for about 9 months.
Jesse, you got
Twice
like
it
this-
happened almost.
You got like this band thing going for you and stuff. I thought this was like
They
what
broke
you
up.
wanted to
Fucking
do.
Yeah, whoop-de-doo.
Jesse, I know you're in a
my
lot of pain. You're in a lot of pain like 24/7, right?
Mm-hmm. It's pretty much the equivalent of a cancer patient who's been on chemo.
Is that why you're in like
fucking
such a bad
forever.
mood? Is because of your pain?
I'm just tired of everything.
But what happened
Ready to
tonight? Was
go.
it like the pain that was bothering you, or was it like people, or like what happened?
It just goes to show me that none of this shit really matters. I can have the best day of my life and I still want to die. What the fuck? I'm not like these normal people. Like, you guys have a good day. You have a shitty day. You still get up the next day ready to face the day. For me, it's like, it's just hell. Why would I even want to be here?
But is it?
Are you cross-eyed?
Is it because of the pain? What the fuck? Is it because of the
Fuck.
pain though? Because of like you were out and the pain overtook you, so you couldn't have a good time.
No. If it was that simple, I wouldn't have issues.
So what did someone did?
I think what you're saying is you had a good night tonight, but still
And that makes it even worse because it's not even. It doesn't even touch me at the end of the day.
But
It doesn't matter how good the day is.
What
how many
shifted
things
the road
happen.
for you though? Because when you called, you were like happy playing bass. Like what
Yeah.
happened? Did someone say
And-
something to you? Did,
Because I
like-
realized that it's just a fucking.
It means nothing.
It's basically It's I don't even know the perfect word. It's just it's not vicarious. It's just like transitional. It doesn't matter. It's here today, gone tomorrow. It doesn't fucking matter.
Oh, geez, I want to kind of go. Let's
I
all
know
just,
it's easy for us to talk, but like, I wish we weren't going through this, man. I really do.
Yeah, it's pretty awful.
Jesse, you're not on antidepressants, are you?
Fuck no. That actually will make me homicidal and suicidal.
Well, that's what
so
I
don't
that's
touch
why I was
those.
that's why I was asking.
No,
that.
I don't touch those for that
Let's
reason.
stick with
'cause-
suicidal. Homicidal's a little out there.
Oh no, it makes me run.
Huh?
If I'm on those, run. And if you call cops, you better hope they get here before I get to you. That's the thing.
You know what?
my
I think
God.
I don't want to be here.
I think Bailey, I think you're mistaken homicidal for homicide.
Yeah, it's homicidal, not homicidal. Yeah, he thought you had something. You were gonna start having sex with guys.
Oh well, I mean, I might
went,
fuck
huh?
you after I kill you, but whatever.
Oh
He
my
went,
god, homicidal.
Pictured some guy running after him trying to suck his cock the whole time.
This is Bailey's picture, and when I said run, he's picturing like he's got his fucking.
He went,
pants down.
huh?
Yeah.
He went,
Oh man, big dick hanging down. You'll be all right. No, you won't.
You ever have your organs shut down because you haven't eaten for 7 days?
You haven't eaten in 7 days?
No, I'm trying. I'm done. That's one of the ways I almost died this year. It was like I didn't drink or eat for 4
Jesse,
days to a week.
Can you answer this question honestly? What I'm about to ask you. Have you tried to kill yourself?
And not the ways that most people would.
Like, are you trying to starve yourself to death? So like you'll just
Not at this
die?
moment. I just
Not
ate a
right now,
sandwich,
he's-
fuckface. No, hey, put it this way. Like I'll eat. Like when I was really trying to die recently, it was like
Jesus.
three meals in a week. A water every few days. Just keep doing that, and you will wither away. And
Oh my god!
you lose enough fucking weight that pretty much. And if they try to give me a feeding tube, I'd stab them in the jugular. So they can't
Christ.
fucking do that with me.
What
So
the
like
fuck?
I would have it written up like in a advance directive or something where you don't fucking touch me with a feeding tube or I'll stab you. Have the lawyer fucking initial it.
Yeah, I remember.
I'm uncomfortable.
That's great. That's what I do. I like to perturb the senses. It makes me happy.
Oh God! So you're looking forward to SummerSlam tomorrow? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, you missed NXT tonight. It was good.
I could hang myself for the 5th anniversary.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
my
God.
Oh.
Oh my God!
Jesus Christ.
If I ever did do it, I would totally film it.
Oh God!
I actually did. I did some Facebook Lives that got really... I actually took... They're not taken down, but they're privatized. They were very dark. They were within those 5 days of not eating or drinking stretch where I was just like, if anybody's watching this, you might never see me again kind of thing. It was like, good shit.
You could just stop watching WWE and everything would be all right.
I barely watch. I throw it on just so Joe, I can tell him, hey, I watched. But it's not really on.
Jeez.
Honestly, I don't even feel the sunshine on my skin when I go outside. That's how dead I am. So it's a very apathetic deal.
That sucks, man.
Dude, you're making me want to
starting to hear it, man. It's
like
really
let's all like you're making me want to create like have a suicidal ritual right now with all of us. Let's just all go, guys. Come on.
I think Jesse, that you hooked back up with Cronin and you're back in this picture for a reason, and this might be something that can help you out. All this.
No, that's the only thing. Probably one of the only things probably keeping me.
This is fucked
in the race.
Well, I
call it the 51-49. I want to die and I want to live 50-50. It all depends which one that 51%'s in. Either death or life. That's
how old are you now?
29.
When you see my dick,
don't
you're
really
gonna
want to,
wanna-
and I do not want to make it to 30. Please.
Well, I would think you'd want to make it to 30, like at least 30, like not 31, but
No.
30.
No, not 30 at all. Like, I mean, if I'm done in the next 6 to 9 months, I'd be so happy. Like that last breath, I fantasize about that last breath.
What?
And it's the only thing that makes me have some peace.
Are
is
we
to
done?
Fantasize about the last breath.
Jesus Christ.
Are we done?
With what? I'll be done, but I don't know when. What do you mean done with what?
God.
You got a gear. You got to kill. You think you could hit me, Bailey, with like a sniper shot like you do them deer?
What the fuck? I guess donations were still on. I guess this is a donation shit.
Fuck this shit. I love you, Jesse. You better take me with you if you go. And Bailey, you cunt. I love you. Not asking for forgiveness, just wanted you to know. Sorry for interrupting. And you other 3 cunts.
Oh. Thanks, Wandy.
It's all good. If you really want to join me, all you got to do is, if you're not diabetic, get yourself some insulin and take the right dosage. You'll go in a coma and die instantly.
Oh my God!
And that is actually one of the ways I'm thinking of going to Mexico, get me some insulin. Fucking do the deed.
Oh my God!
Here's Tom with the weather.
Bailey, you want to live with Bailey? Why don't you go live with Jesse?
You know what? I don't want to do that.
You know what? Because if he did, he'd want to fucking kill himself. Trust me,
No,
nobody.
Jesse, I
got
got to be honest with you, dude. I've worked with you. I've done a lot of shows with you over a long period of fucking time. This bums me the fuck out.
You should have seen me the last 9 months. You might have fucking started cutting yourself being around me.
Oh my God!
It's a very difficult deed. It sucks.
Jesus
Christ, did you not get fucking paid tonight or something, or what?
It wasn't. I didn't do it for the money, man. It's fucking. I don't do it for the money.
Did some girl not blow you or something?
It's like
Are you having lady troubles?
Oh shit! Don't get me started.
Oh yeah, that's it.
That's partly how I lost that one. Was they ever laid next to a corpse?
What the fuck are we?
What
the
fuck was that? Holy!
Wait, no, it means basically that you ever been with someone. Have you ever been with someone who wanted to die? It's the nastiest feeling in the world, and that's what they have to go through being around me. It's like you'll either want to jump out of your skin or jump out a fucking window, or leave.
That's all.
Yeah, this is I think we're getting there.
Enjoy.
Oh my God! What the fuck? Dude, you just went enjoy. What the fuck? Like, I don't even know what to say right now. Oh man, I don't know where to go now. This is all fucked up.
There are no words!
The real scary part is when this call ends.
Oh my god!
What the hell?
Jesse, what
You know
the
what?
fuck,
For
man?
legal reasons, I'm gonna leave.
Jesse, man.
Good idea.
I know, like, none of us can really help you, you know?
For legal reasons. Like, that's going to matter.
It sucks to hear you say that, man, because, you know, listen, I know it's easy for us to say, but life is like, you know, a cherished thing. You know, if you're
chaotic.
if
So
you
are you like? Is it
you know?
because you like?
Oh my
Dude, Jesse, what the hell?
Is it because you're like a midget, or is it because like you're
Oh
like
my
sick?
God.
No. I didn't mean that as in a derogatory way. I'm just saying, like, are you bummed out about the whole gig?
If it was that simple, I wouldn't even mention it.
I think you and Justin should hook up.
What?
Sexually.
He couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
He's probably right.
I'm down with that.
I guarantee it.
Hey, how many people were in the club tonight that you were at, Jesse? Like, how many people?
It was a studio / house, so it was just family, you know, about a dozen people all jamming together, you know.
Did anybody at any point like get a little too drunk?
Nah.
No.
I did lose my weed and a pipe though. Thank you to that fat drummer who I saw take it, or who I knew took it. Fuckface.
Man, where do you?
Anywho,
that place sucks, man. What does everybody take everything out there?
No, it was cool, man. Other than that, it was like family. Like, it was like my own home. You could leave your shit laying around and shit. He actually told me that, like, he was gonna smoke. I think he accidentally took it. Was what happened, because it was like the vibe there. Like, you could leave your money out, everything out, and it wouldn't matter. People would leave it alone.
What the fuck are we talking about?
I have no idea, dude.
I was at a 6-hour like studio jam.
No, we got that. You played music for 6 hours. Now you're talking about you hope you dream about your last breath.
Yeah, I've been doing that since I was 7 years old. What about it?
Oh,
Yeah, I think
you're right. It's normal.
It is.
It is for him. I mean, with all the
I
problems.
almost got my wish. Even I wished that I was going to die on the operating table when I was like 11. I almost got my wish. I almost lost my right leg because there was complications. So I almost, I'm pretty good at manifesting shit.
Well, that would have been worse though, because you would have had.
Yeah,
then you'd have no leg on top.
It shows the power behind my. If I really want something, I get it.
Wait a second, Bailey. You said midget. Why? What are you, like, really short?
Yeah, I'm 5'1". I should be like 5'9", 5'11".
I don't think Ken knows.
You when you were a kid.
Well, let me be clear real quick. I didn't fucking mean anything by that. Honestly, I really didn't. And Jesse, you know that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wasn't trying to say that in a derogatory way, but I just didn't know if that was like bumming you out or something.
No, his pain is probably bumming him out.
Okay, yeah, I swear I didn't mean anything by it.
Well, but if you saw his
more
cock,
than pain. A lot of people have
was
pain. A lot of people have.
Man, I wish there was some way to help you.
Pain is easy. If you pain is nothing.
Jesse, let me ask you this: is there anything that can help you in this life?
We can jerk him off.
Hospice.
Okay.
Yeah, but hospice is like
1,200 milligrams of Dilaudid over 2 or 3 day time. That would do it.
So, like, do you literally just for real want to fucking just die?
Every breath I take.
So let me ask you this: if you up tomorrow and we all hear Joe comes us and goes, "Yo, dude, Jesse died last night," should we feel bad?
No.
Well, I think I would anyway.
I think I would,
natural,
man.
But at the same time, you'd know I was at peace.
Dude, Jesse,
in 30 years, for once in my life, I'd be at peace.
It's. I mean, in a way, like it would fuck me up. But I've been listening to this with you for 5 years, so it's like I know how much pain you're in. Because, like, I mean, when I'm in a little pain or just depressed, like I think about this stuff. Like, oh man, like this.
I had a friend that used to sound exactly like Jesse, and you know what he did?
Yeah,
killed himself.
Dude, I gotta be honest with you, Jesse. I got like a special notch with you because, like when I came up and during the ranks on this show, what's going on?
Nothing. Will you stop talking?
Oh, no, I just heard rustling and shit. I didn't know what was going on.
No, that's all right. At least
I was just saying, like,
that was just a gerbil in my asshole.
Oh, okay, thanks. But like during like the 50s of Monetize This, like you were right there. So like, You know what I'm saying? Like we kind of like we were like in the trenches together. So like this really kind of hits hard with me.
We in a war?
Well, I really don't know you that well, and this fucking sucks to hear from me because it's like, you're on here doing the same thing that I've been doing and all of us have been doing. And, after you turn this off, you go back to your normal life and you do your normal thing. But with you, it seems like when you're not doing this, you don't want to be in that normal life.
I mean, look at all the love you're getting in the chat, Jesse. If you weren't around anymore, it would affect thousands and thousands of people.
Jesse, does it matter that people love you?
It actually makes it worse because then I start thinking, well, great, everyone in the world gets to experience my fucking existence and enjoy it but me. So that's really not really a great consolation.
This is just sad, man. Like,
Jesse, have you ever been happy your whole life?
Probably when I was... This all started when, like, my mind started changing by the time before I was 10.
Is this because of retrograde?
Oh, that motherfucker. There's about 6 of those bitches, and they're all fucking me in the face now. Yeah, it has to do with some of it.
But look, you can go out tonight and you enjoyed yourself a little bit, right? Going out and playing bass, and you enjoyed yourself, right? A little bit there, even if it was for 5 minutes.
There's all kinds of shit. Like, I mean, they want me to do gigs with them, do paying gigs. All this shit's happening, but at the same time, I don't really care.
Why don't you just do it and just put yourself into that position and see what happens?
That's what I've been doing.
Are you going to continue to do that?
If I'm here.
What?
I said if I'm here.
Jesse, you're not. I don't think you don't sound like you're close to fucking croaking any day now.
No, that's because it's honestly because there's so much shit happening that I can't ignore.
What are your doctors to you, man?
They don't know what to do. They look at me now. They finally get where I'm at. They finally get the situation, and they realize it's an anomaly and it's something they cannot fix. So therefore, they don't want me to die because you're 29 years old. They don't. You have a whole life ahead of you.
To be fair, Jesse, nobody wants you to die.
Yeah,
what does your family say, Jesse?
You mean the one person in my life? She'll be gone in a few years, so that doesn't matter.
Why are you saying
Jesus?
Because she's 65, 66 years old. People die.
I know. How do you know she's not going to live till 88?
And she says, well, then I'll be fucking having to deal with that. So it's like... and
who is that? Your mom?
Yeah.
And your mom obviously loves and cares for you, right?
Yeah. She's got the most fucked position.
She would be crushed, dude.
You think that she would be fucking destroyed over it?
Here's one thing, people. Don't, that goes for anyone listening, don't do things for other people. Do it for you.
Your mom, though, man. I understand that whole part, and you are right about that. But you said, that's the only person in your life. Well, if it is, then you kind of owe it to her to see your way through this, at least for her,
I can't do that. You can do it for me.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this one last question. Is there any way that you could see yourself in 4 or 5 years actually living for the first time? Is there any way out of this besides death?
I hope so.
I hope so,
I'm sure
too.
There is. I mean,
I hope so, too, because you seem like a stand-up.
So you have hope.
And a good guy. I mean,
I wouldn't still be here if I didn't, because honestly, I really was trying to get the fuck out of here this last 9 months, and I really did almost get my wish. So there's definitely hope, or I wouldn't be here.
Let me ask you this: what put you back with Joe again? Interacting with Joe again?
I just wanted my family back. That's all.
And you just started. What? You just reached out to him, or?
Mm-hmm.
And when you guys weren't talking, you guys, it wasn't the point where you weren't talking or anything, right? It was just that you weren't doing this no more.
We didn't talk for a little bit, probably close to a year, roughly.
Yeah, I think it was after Dave Rose left the second time.
Yeah, it was it was about a year. But no, this is definitely a huge. And I told him that when I started talking to him, I said,
Dave Rose left.
Everything was going on.
Joe,
who knows?
What was that?
Dave Rose left 3 times.
It's probably more than that.
I was gonna say that.
Oh yeah, Dave Rose has left 5 times, but
that's kind of his gimmick.
Yeah, go against you, hate on you, then come back. Yeah,
he'll come back.
No, not now. I won't let him back now, probably.
I don't recommend it.
Yeah, he did. There's too many things I found out about afterwards that was like, wow, like really. Like
One thing I learned, and I love him to death, but honestly, like, I didn't have to be gone for a year. That shit kind of, it was almost like he wanted to see some shit stirred up, and he kind of stirred it up. I don't know.
Yeah, he's a shit stirrer, which is weird because he doesn't seem like he would be. Because he seems like he's like
Aries are always shit disturbers. They fucking love to. Well, they're the god of war, ruled by Mars. They want to fight.
Yeah,
that is what they do. They
What
love
about
to fight.
what about Libras?
That's the opposite. So they're about like keeping the pack together, keeping everybody good, keeping everybody okay, taking
What
care
about
of
Gemini?
the flock. What?
What about Gemini?
That's I love Geminis because my moon's in Gemini. Very able to like schmooze in and fucking chill with everybody, kind of cool with everybody. You know?
See, I like that you know all this spiritual shit, man. You bring a whole lot to the table
Dude,
with that, man.
he knows
Yeah.
so much about this shit, dude. Tell me about my cancer. Come on, tell me. Not my
About
cancer.
what?
But tell me about cancer. Come on.
Your nipples are one of your erogenous zones.
How do you know that?
Because it's true.
So
like
weird.
when I talk to fucking chicks, like I already know where to like. It's fun because I already know where to go on
It's
them.
fun, but I'm a guy. Like, I mean, come on.
Oh, I know right where to go on you too. It'd be fine.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh my
I'll
god.
kiss spots you didn't even know you had.
No, that's my gondola.
Hey, baby, milk might come out of there because I'm a water sign.
Did you just kiss a gondola?
Hey, I hate to be an asshole, but I got to be up in 2 hours. I got to go.
All right,
Wildly wrong.
It happens. Take off. Oh yeah, we really do got to get out of here. But
I'm Hathaway.
oh man, Bailey. Well, the good way to leave right now. So go to bed with a fucking razor blade, Bailey.
You know what's
man.
funny is I never dug on that shit. I never did that, and I never did the whole like. I'm not a suicidal person, but I will. It's like I'll let it sneak up on me. Like
I know what you're talking about
slow.
because I mean I'm an idiot because I don't have at all the problem you have or the pain you have. But like in 06, I drank myself the same way. Kind of like I'm not.
Yeah, that'll do it.
I'm not
That'll do it.
killing myself directly. But I could die right tonight. And
Yeah,
let's see if
you
that
drink
happens.
you could get alcohol poisoning or whatever.
Yep.
Like you
See,
know
I'm
that
on the long
yeah.
term. I'm on the long term plan. I'm trying to eat myself to death.
Yeah, you're on like the slow burn is what you're doing.
Yeah, for like an 8-year span, I'm gonna try to do it.
But I mean, like, I'm glad you don't do that because like it's even hard. Like I couldn't even talk while you were just talking because, I know that there would be a little bit of happiness to like knowing that you're out of pain and stuff. But man, I couldn't even speak when you're talking.
And you know
like
what, something, I don't even know you like that, but I could tell you're a good spiritual person that believes in a lot of things, and actually, as much as you hate your existence here, I think you love life, not your life, but life in general, is what I pick up.
Yeah, you're right.
That's it.
It's really
and it's like
a
you're
hard
a
place
study
to be
bro.
in.
You study it,
And
you know
what?
I mean? And what it means, and
If you're not, if you weren't here, man, I'd be fucking. It would be awful. Like, I mean, for a while, like, it would fuck me up, man. Like, I listen to you talking like that is fucking me up. Well, Leah. Well, wouldn't everybody? Wouldn't everybody get over it? It would fuck me up for a while, yeah. Like it would, like I'd be like, yeah, you say that, but the example of that is like me sitting in the fucking bedroom all day long, not doing anything. So
I just want Leah's reaction when it happens. Like, hey, Leah, this happened.
yeah, Leah's like, good. Leah's a fucking psychopath. What?
Jesus.
Well, you're fucking kind of a dick. I mean, I just said I would fucking be fucked up. I might be in my, like, if I'm sitting in my room for like a couple days, like fucking staring at the wall, like what the fuck, like if. Yeah, because for a while, like I wouldn't be able to operate. Like you wouldn't think that's a weird thing.
Yo, Leah don't fuck around. Dude.
Normally, if somebody dies, normally I just go, "Oh, they're dead." Oh, that's crazy. And sometimes I think about it for a second, and it's like kind of. Well, I mean, I wouldn't permanently be in a coma from it. I mean, I'm sure I would fucking still function at some point, but I mean, for a few days, I might be like staring at a wall.
Yeah, you have to get over the shock and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fucking shocking thing. I hear people, like, their friends, like, I don't know how people do it. Like, I don't know, man. Like, that's.
Man, I had one of my closest friends kill himself, dude, and it fucked me up. And and my grandfather died 2 weeks after that, and I was not able to fucking move out of my room for about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Finally pulled it together, but it stayed with me, and it's still with me. But I learned to live with it, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it would be really, like, I don't know what that's like.
It'll always be a part of you after that, man. Like, something like that happens to you, you know.
Like, I know somebody who's dead I was kind of friends with for maybe like a year of my fucking teenage years, and that every once in a while I'm like, what the fuck? Like, so like I can't imagine that, you know. But I mean, my dad died when I was 8, but it's been a while since I've lost someone that's fucking directly involved with. So
thank God for that, because to lose one of your parents, especially young like that, is a fucked up thing to happen.
Yeah, my ex, she was a triple Scorpio. Scorpios are always surrounded by death. She lost both of her mothers to suicide, and she had to see it.
Oh God,
it's pretty fucked up. Yeah, so I look at it and I'm just like, that doesn't make me not do it. By the way, it's funny because like I got over that a long time ago, where it's like, oh, do it for them or whatever. Fuck that. They're still going to be living. They're normal. They'll be fine. My point being, I have to find reason in me to keep going. It can't be an outside source. It's just, and you find when you have an outside source, unless it's a spark within you to start, it's short term. It's short lived. You come across these problems again later, where you're depressed or you're this or that, because you didn't do it for you, did it for someone else. A lot of times we do that.
I can remember you had a real. Remember when you had a real bad night or day or two, back in 2013 or so, or 14 maybe.
Oh, you mean when Tommy said, "I'll fucking call the cops"?
Yeah, Tommy C was like,
"I'll fucking call him."
Jesse, I'll fucking call them. Like he was like, "I'll call them." He's like, "I'll call your." Yeah, he was gonna call the cops.
You know what? And I didn't even say much. It was like one of the first times he ever heard me.
You were kind of in this mood. You were kind of in this mood, but you were worse because you had some medications and stuff like that.
Oh, because I was up for a few days?
Yeah, you were a little fucking weird. You were even being kind of mean to like people like me.
Oh, I might have been.
That's what was
weird. Like I tell people, like I tell them right off the gate now, I say you're gonna hurt if you're gonna be around me, so please know that. Because I'm tired of hurting people when they don't see it.
It's not really like I don't know. I get what that means, like, because when you have someone sick and you gotta like, you know, you're taking care of someone and you feel like a burden or something like that. But it's like, I don't know, like, I don't see it that way.
It's tough. It is really fucked up because people have to deal with, like, I get snappy and I get mean and all this shit, and people just have to kind of, like...
Yeah, but I've never, like, I don't know, that's never upset me about you. You haven't been that bad to me.
You live with it 24/7 because, like, it's in the energy. Like, the whole house is like this. Oh, God, can I say anything to him? You probably should. Like, I told my mom on the way home, I said, no questions. Silence.
That's like,
and
you know,
she said, okay.
Boogie had a lot of that, you know, like where he's like, because off camera you don't know, but like on camera, it's like he lived with a lot of that stuff where he like really, you know, demanded a lot of shit of his girlfriend, but he's not even in there.
Yeah, I don't know. I was called abusive recently, and that's partly why I'm not with her anymore. I guess I am abusive. That's not cool, but it's not like you see other people being abusive where it's like just a constant like it's weird. Like, I don't know. I feel just as bad for those people because I'm like, if they could stop it, they would. For me, you know, I can use my pain as an excuse and all this shit, but at the end of the day, nobody needs to be around somebody that is constantly, doesn't matter if I'm in pain or not, if I'm constantly snapping at you or you can't even talk to me.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Then
that's no good for anybody. You know?
No, that's kind of why I shouldn't really be here. It's kind of like, what's the point?
I don't know. You can come yell at me. I'm game with it. Come beat me up.
I just want to fuck somebody.
Every time I hear you, or I've listened to you in the past on these shows, or I've worked with you here lately, you've always had something great to talk about. You've always brought something good, knowledgeable shit to whatever show we're doing, whether it be Monetize This or just bullshitting. So, I mean, you do, I don't know if you know, but you do bring a lot to the table. You know what I mean?
I know, and that's what pisses me off too, because I could be on my dying breath and I could still give somebody something to take with them. But it's like, well, that's nice, but I'd like to enjoy it too. You know what I mean? Like I said earlier, I said I want to enjoy my existence as much as everybody else gets to. Like, I don't mean they get to enjoy
What
theirs.
if-
I mean,
what if they
people
come
enjoy
out-
my existence, me being here, way more than I do. And I'm
But
like,
what if they
fuck.
come out with something like, because doesn't it really mostly revolve around the pain? Right, most of it really revolves around pain, right?
It has to do more than that. It has to do with the fact that if you looked at my body, like every part of me looks like it belongs to somebody else. Like it's a complete fucked up job.
But do you mean it's a
what
visual
they did
thing?
to me wasn't good.
But are you talking about
So-
a visual thing or a painful thing? Like,
It's not visual. It's like, okay, imagine a body with no hips. The legs are different sizes. How do you even walk with that? How does that happen? How does that body stay upright? It uses every muscle it has, every ligament, every bone, fucked up bones, fucked up ligaments, and fucked up joints that weren't good to begin with. And it uses every one of those constantly. And like, you know, the left side's way longer than the right, so everything shifts to the left. It's like major scoliosis goes on all this other shit. And it's like, there is literally no position I can lay in, sit in, stand in, anything that's comfortable.
Right.
There's not my bed, not a chair, not anything. I guess you could custom make something, but even then, it's like.
What about a teeter
It's
hang
like-
up?
No, because then think about it. You're upside down. Your hips are your hips aren't there to like keep you. Can you imagine how much that would like stretch and not? That would be fucked up.
What about a what about a hammock?
What about it?
You ever tried a hammock? Do they feel good?
When I was really young, they were okay.
What
But
about
back
those?
then, you know,
What about those tubs like pools? Like, do you like pools?
yeah, I've been trying to get a pool for like 4 years.
Yeah, I think we talked about that.
Oh yeah, I've been trying to work that out.
Like,
for a
what
long
about a
time.
flotation tank?
Like an indoor.
Oh,
like,
dude, I have totally. They're about an hour and a half away, but I've totally wanted to try one of those.
Oh, so you never tried? I guarantee that would be comfortable for you, just floating there.
No, I know, and I'm curious of like not just that, but like the visuals and like what else would come to me in those things.
Like to smoke a good like bowl and fucking lay in that with some music and bath salts.
Or however they do it, man. I'm just curious. Like honestly, I want to go into heavy. I tried to do it with mushrooms, and it did do it, but it went so far back that it like bypassed my personal shit and went into like the entire world's goddamn karma. It went really deep. I want to go into my own shit, like, you know, when you can go back into being a baby or go back into like your past lives and shit, and like find out what you brought into this life. I want to do that.
It's funny that you say that because I just had a conversation just today with a friend of mine at my cousin's wedding, and he said that a lot of people that do LSD or psilocybin have visions of their birth.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
never
lots of-
happened to me.
yeah.
Did you know that
Well,
Leah had a vision that she picked her parents?
Yeah, when you told me that, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, she doesn't believe in any of this shit. And I was telling her about a book I was reading where this guy picked his parents, and I was like, this guy's got to be a liar. And then Leah's like, oh, I picked my mom. I remember it. And I was like, what? And I'm like, you don't believe in any of this shit, though, I thought. She's like, I know, but that's what happened. And I'm like, what the fuck?
No, and it's like you, in a way, she got a peek into the blueprint. We all make a blueprint when we come here, basically.
She
You know,
says
you're
that
gonna
she's...
meet, you know, all this stuff.
This is a vision, or this is a thing she's remembered since forever, she says.
That's pretty amazing because it's something that all of us could possibly go back and remember somehow, but for it to just kind of pop up in you is pretty amazing.
Well, she
It's
says
like a
like it was
major
so
thing.
early that she didn't understand it, and then a little bit later she was like, "What? Like, wow, it's just been with her."
That's crazy. It's cool.
And she doesn't lie or come up with any of these things, and she
Well,
thinks most
like,
of the things.
the
are
reason I
crazy.
want to go back, I had my mom take me back a little bit as far as she could with as much detail as she could without it causing her pain because she had to go back and relive it. But
Yeah.
they really like tortured me in order to fix me. Like after they fucked up, they put baby formula in my bloodstream, and then when they realized what happened, like they put me in a body cast, they paralyzed me, and then they drained every vein I had and every joint in my body. And there was other shit I guess they did, but I look back and I go, no wonder I have I always feel like
I feel like you should be living in a mansion like a long time ago.
well, it's like an abandonment thing, but like it's also like a why would you hurt me kind of thing. I always have this. There's like this. Like I wake up in the middle of the night and just be scared shitless, and it's like, whoa, what is that from? It's not just from the pain. I know it's from something else, and I'm like, well, they fucking tortured me, and then like left me there to die, but kind of were keeping me alive so that they didn't have a bigger lawsuit. So it was kind of like I look at all that and I'm like, wow, no wonder I feel how I feel in a lot of ways. It's like, what a way to come into the world.
Yeah.
Jeez.
We should find that nurse and pee on her.
Honestly, dude, I hope like everything worked out and the kid was cool and everything. You know, she was like way pregnant when she fucked up. So if you're out there and you're fucking way pregnant and you work in the medical field, don't.
That's like so screwed up too that she had a kid like fucking and meanwhile
well,
she
yeah,
did
but
that.
it was also one of those things. It was like Dennis Quaid, his kids. There's a hospital out here they were at, and they fucked them up, and and then I was in the hospital during the time, and fucking every window in the place had 0.5 does not mean 0.5, or like they were really like on top of shit, making sure people didn't fuck up. You have to fuck somebody up in order to know you even need to take precautions, you know?
Yeah.
Like, after they fucked me up, man, they labeled everything real good so nobody else got hurt. So it was like, I look at that, too, and I'm like, well, I guess it has to happen. It's just, I just want to know what the universe wants from me. Like, what the fuck do you want me to do here? Because obviously a lot of it has to do with suffering and sacrifice.
A lot of people ask that, though. A lot of people don't know. You know, like I mean, I questioned that for a long time about me. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
It's like, yeah, but it's so fucking hard when most of your purpose is literally when I look up a lot of my shit, my life path numbers and all this stuff. It all has to do with pain and sacrifice. Meaning you don't get to enjoy this life. This is a life of sacrifice for you, for others. And I'm like, fuck. And like I read that shit and I go, fuck, because it's exactly what I feel. It's what I already feel is the thing. You know? And you read that stuff and it's like, it's not bullshit. It's like, ding, 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 ding. Like that's you on a page.
Yeah.
And it's just scary because it makes me realize there's no way out of the suffering and sacrifice. That's one thing I have to accept.
I've always liked the idea that I mean, I don't know, and I have no idea what happens to us, and like whatever, it could be beyond anything we could even comprehend, probably, or it could be, or we just hit the dirt and that's it. I mean, that's the two things. But what do you think that like we like one of the things that I always like the idea of in a way is that we you know, some people believe like we're in different dimensions or something, or we're different like lives that we live, and you know, it isn't until that you're a good person that you get your soul gets put on a different dimension, or like you graduate to a better dimension. You know what I mean? I used to talk about that all the time. Like you get kind of moved up.
Well, the only thing about that is it separates people. It makes it go, well, you have to be a good person to do this. Whereas the reality is everyone has a good heart. It's just so many people, their hearts are buried. So it's like, I don't know. I look at it like what you just said. I used to think of it like that too. And now I realize like, okay, I probably had a pretty badass life last time around or something. Like, you look at people in this life, and some people, like, they just are, they're not, let's just say someone that hasn't had much suffering in their life, and they maybe never will, other than old age. Who's to say that they didn't have a hellacious time last time around, and they're just, you know, they already paid their dues. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's like, what I mean. That's kind of where it goes with the whole graduating thing.
Exactly.
Like you get to live so our world where we live right now is made up of all different kinds of people, but mostly it's selfish, right? And so when you're not a selfish person, eventually like you get moved up and you live in a place that's less selfish. But if you were someone who's a real selfish person, in your next life, you know, you would live in an area of a selfish place, which is more like where we are right now. This is kind of like a
fucking bug,
a selfish place.
Boy, that's because we're, as a collective,
you have a choice.
We're being asked to. What's happening now, and it's been happening forever, and it will happen forever, is we live in a low vibrational world, but we're very high vibrational beings. We get locked into the dream. We get locked into the matrix of a very low vibrational existence, and we feel like, you go to work, you hate it, you come home, you go to sleep, you go to work, you hate it, you come home, love you too, and right, we think that that's life, and it's not. That's the low vibrational living we're in. But our job and what we're being asked to do is to break beyond that. You don't have to wait for next time around. Basically, you can do it now, and that's what I was showing on mushrooms as well. Is we're simultaneously we're paying our dues, paying our karmic debt, but at the same time, we're literally starting with a blank slate.
But if you can live a less selfish life, you can do better. The theory is that your next life, you would actually, you won't even come back necessarily here. Like you'll be in the next dimension where there's there aren't selfish people, or you'll go to a planet or a being on a different planet or somewhere where there's non-selfish, there's no selfish people. And that's the life now you're living that life.
It sounds like a Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah, I know, it's weird.
It fucking does, man.
I heard a whole fucking thing on it, and I was like, wow. And this was by a guy who this was the guy who picked his parents, and he saw things and he remembers so much. So obviously it could be a big scam, but I'm just saying based on the fact that a lot of people say this, I was like, oh, that's really interesting that you would kind of graduate to another another dimension we're not even in, or another area of the planets or whatever. And it's the selfish people that would go backwards, maybe you did something previously that wasn't good or something. Remember that?
I definitely feel like I have.
But you're I don't know, man. Nobody deserves what you have, though. It's fucked up.
Well, when I went into the mushroom trips, some of what I felt was personally mine was, and it made me I didn't want to look at it, and I didn't want to. I closed my eyes and turned my head, and it didn't matter because it was in my brain. I could still see it. It was sucked. All I could think of was, did I slaughter people? And it felt like I had taken people's families away from them, or made them watch me kill their families or something. Something to the level of where just a masterpiece of, not only is this gonna fuck the people up that I'm doing it to, I'm gonna fuck myself up for the next go around. It was just a weird feeling, and it felt so real. I was like, God, dude, maybe I did.
Jesus.
Maybe just
Shit, Squitman, that's crazy, Squitman. What's up, everybody?
What did he say?
I was just talking about Squitman. He said something about his parents lost the first kids and he lived or whatever. Yeah, it's some pretty crazy shit to think about.
That is. Well, I often tell my mom it's a bullshit thing to say, and I don't really mean it, but it's one of my ways of hurting people. I say, well, you had abortions before me. Maybe you shouldn't have had a fucking kid. Maybe you were just, you're fucking not meant to carry them well. I'll say shit like that, and it's I know that's bullshit. That's not how it really works. But it does get me thinking a little bit.
Well, because you were fine, except for the fuck up.
Yeah, I was born premature by 3 months. That sort of told, to me that falls in the same line as miscarriages in my book. And it's if you have a lot of trouble carrying a child and then you have a premature one, well, I don't know.
But
that
dude,
kind of
think about
the course, isn't it?
But if you know what though, if you weren't here, it'd be fucking crazy. It'd be for a lot of people. So it's
yeah, that's
it's weird. I know it's not
here.
Yeah, I know it's weird, but it's. I mean, maybe too. The other thing too, the weird thing is, and maybe it'll never happen. Maybe things won't get better, but because they're gonna get worse. That's gonna happen. But maybe they'll start coming out with something that could help you in the next 15.
You know what I'm interested in, Joe, is stem cells.
Right. Which you could have been going if Bush didn't stop those for 6 years.
People are doing it. That's the thing. I know people that are actually.
Well, no, it's okay to do now. I think it's legal.
Yeah.
Now.
Oh, you mean it took longer because of fuckface?
He delayed it here. Yeah. I mean, I know it went on in other countries, but yeah.
Rogan repaired his shoulder with stem cells.
Dude, really? I'm curious about what that can do with me. I have areas that don't even have any. There's no joint there really. There's all kind. It's just it makes me wonder. Maybe they can regenerate stuff. Maybe even. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, even 3rd-degree burns now, they don't even have to do skin grafts. They take a spray gun of your stem cells and they spray it on the burn, and
amazing, yeah.
2 weeks later, your skin is just back.
Dude, when we're how long do you think before? Well, and this Corrupted is great because it took such a fucking turn, but
You're welcome.
You're right, but there's so much cool shit. But how long until you think that they can cut our heads off? and fucking keep us alive and our brains
Well,
alive.
Ted Williams hopes along fucking pretty quick.
Yeah,
because his
right.
fucking head is frozen somewhere.
That's right. But that's not that crazy to think about. Like, if they've got to be close to being able to figure out a way to keep your brain alive.
You know what pisses me off is they need to stop fucking with that stuff and start killing cancer cells with sound.
Yeah, well, they don't want to fucking ruin that profit motive.
It's ridiculous because I
there's
already
tons of
realized,
profit,
like, I think that's one of the other things I fantasize about is I see like, you know, an entire like operating room, but it's not there's no operating going on. It's just this. Everyone has like ear things on and everything because the level of sounds might not even be able to be taken by the human ear, but the body will take it in, and the fucking tumors will shrink and all this stuff. And I'm just like, why don't they do this now?
Well,
like I know that that's part of what's going to happen later in life, but it's just like, why don't they do it now? Yeah, you're right. That's profit. Right?
It's all profit.
But you can turn anything into profit too. Like if you learn that you can cure like a cancer by doing a certain clapping noise, like, and doing all these other things, like, I mean, you could profit off that, I would think.
No, you could profit off it, but you're solving a problem. In other words,
you're solving the problem.
There's a lot more money in treating disease than there is curing disease.
Yeah,
you know what I
that's
mean.
True. But there's
a lot more,
and then anybody
they want
can do
to
it.
figure out a pill that keeps you alive for the rest of your life, but you have to be on this pill for the rest of your life.
Well, it's just like batteries. There's it's like you get a battery and the battery dies in like a week, and you're like, why? You know, I know they can make a battery that won't die for like.
Oh yeah, you just pay a little
months.
more, and it's like that. Yeah, I bet they wouldn't even be. You know, if they did have the cure, it wouldn't be given to everybody. Like
it wouldn't be given. Afford it. Well, it wouldn't be given out like that, or they would create more disease or something, so they would have to fix you all the time.
Well, apparently they're getting better with some shit. Like I'm hearing people that are doing better with their cancer from chemo stuff that they don't even have any side effects, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I mean, everything is getting better. It's just it's slow.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they want to make sure they can still market the fuck out of it first.
Yeah, it's like that. They're holding it back. Like, all right, let's see what we can do with this. Like the dream thing for them would be to make, to make chemo effective over time, and like save everybody. But it's a process. You know, that's.
Oh
you know,
yeah.
But
then you have $1 million bill you have to pay back.
Right. That exactly. Like, and we talked about this before. If they could just push a button and make you okay. If they came up with that, I talked about this on the show a while ago. It's you just jack up the price though, like, you know what I mean, like how much, because you'd pay for the rest of your life, you know what I mean, like whatever, like, oh, that's gonna be, because when you get out of chemo, say somebody owes $300,000 now, but I mean, you could jack up the price to like $800,000 if you'd save your life, so you'd owe that the rest of your life. But
no, that's fucked up. Actually, cancer made me go against marriage and shit because I was like, if my mom and my stepdad would have been married, which they almost did, we would have owed $1 million, lost all of our property and everything. The fact that they weren't married saved our ass. We just told them, fuck you, we're not paying a dime of that. That's after we paid about $120,000. But we realized we didn't have to pay $1 of that.
Getting married now is such a scary thing.
It scared the fuck out of me when I realized like how we literally didn't have to pay a dime of that because there wasn't a marriage certificate. Like, that's all that mattered. Like, that, it's just really weird.
Derek says his mom's hospital bills are $500,000 for the first 21 days of her treatment.
Oh my god,
that's insanely insane.
Dude. See, I don't think health should be for profit. I think that's fucking disgusting.
It's not that fucking much.
I think it's disgusting.
Keep the bills on, or keep the lights on and shit. Sure.
Like, you know when the subject of universal health care comes up and everybody says, well, you know, if you go to other countries that have that, there's long wait lists or whatever. But here's the thing I say. I never, ever hear a person live in those countries that says, oh, I want to get rid of it. Never. I never hear that. You're never hear a country say, oh, we want to get rid of it.
They do complain, but they don't say they want to get rid of it.
They don't want to get it. Yeah, they don't want to give it up.
Well, it's more like the minor things where you can't, like, because if you get like a real emergency, you get to go right away, or if you get something where you're dying, you go right away.
Just say you have chest pains or something, they'll take you right back.
Like an emergency.
But if you're like, oh, you know, sir, you've got these things in your stomach, we got to remove them over the next a couple of years or whatever or so. But you could probably stay there and you'd be all right. But there's a danger. So, that could take you 5 years to get that surgery.
But you also don't have to lose your life savings because something happened.
Yeah, which is
That's
like
fucked up.
And your family or whatever. Yeah.
Right. It's fucking disgusting.
Just nobody. It's a tough slope because, and the thing is, then they say, well, then people won't find the cures and stuff because there's no incentive or things won't be as good. But other countries are doing that.
Yeah,
so.
of course they are. That's all bullshit. Listen, the insurance companies are the ones that are lobbying to keep it the way it is.
Right.
And the only way insurance companies make money is by not paying you what you're owed.
Yeah.
That's the only way they make money.
Dude, it's so disgusting because it's like, why don't we just help people and like make an honest, like, okay, how much can you pay? All right, you don't have a lot of money, well, you can pay. It's like when I went to get my concussion scan, I was in the hospital for 2 hours. The only resource they used is a guy who checked my eyes and said, yeah, you get your bell rung. Okay, we'll see you later. I owed them $1,700. For what?
Exactly. It's ridiculous.
What the fuck do I owe for?
Wait, well, all right. So, my wife had back surgery.
Right.
So, it was pre-approved. Everything was pre-approved. She gets a bill the other day. And it was for like, I don't know, let's say it was like $14,000. Right? So she calls up the insurance company. Like, yeah, what the fuck is this? Like, I was supposed to be covered. They're like, oh, yeah, you just have to fill out this form and send it in. It's covered. But what they did, their fucking game they're playing, is that if you're a fucking idiot, you're like, oh, I'll just send you $14,000.
Yeah, some people think, oh, that I owe this.
Yeah.
Well, dude, every like 2 months, our insurance changes. I don't know what it is in Mass Health, but like, there's like different Mass Health plans, which is the free healthcare here. And in the last 3 years, they've switched us from like neighborhood health plan to Mass Health 1 to network health to connected health. And they do it randomly. It makes no sense. So they switched us 2 months ago. I called up, we filled out all the stuff. They're like, yeah, you have a network health something. I'm like, cool. We get all the cards for it, right? Then a month later, I get 2 cards for a different health insurance with my kids' names on it, but not the other health insurance cards for me, Leah, and one of the other kids. And I go, why the fuck do we have a different name on this now? And so then it comes to find out that they switched us again. I call them up. I go, why do we have 2 cards for a different one, but 3 of us are on a different one? And they're like, we don't know. Okay, we fixed it. We'll send you the cards. Okay, cool. A month later, we get the cards for everyone. Now we're all synced up again. But why did this happen anyway? And then we bring Finn to the allergist because we found out my kid has a real bad peanut allergy. If he touches peanuts, like, he's gonna die. So like, it's fucking crazy.
That's fucked up.
So like, we have to have like the EpiPens and all this shit, and which is so anyway. We get back, and I just got a bill the other day, $600, and I'm like, what? And they're like, your health insurance wasn't approved. And I see the name is the previous health insurance, but when we went there, we told the doctor, hey, they gave us new cards 2 months ago. He's updated to the new card, right? They're like, yeah, but they sent me the bill anyway. Like, oh no, you weren't on that and it didn't get approved. And I'm like,
it just seems like they're fucking around, man.
I go, but they switched our health insurances to this brand. Why would they do that? You're like, yeah, but for the 3 days or whatever, he wasn't covered. I'm like, yeah, but it's not my fault. I have free health insurance.
Fucked up, man.
It's not free 100%. I pay a little bit, but it's like not. It's basically free. That's why.
Listen, the sad thing at the end of the day is these people don't give a fuck.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's a dog thing to think about, but they don't know you. You mean nothing to them.
Yeah.
You're not a friend. You're not a family member. So if you fucking die, who cares? It's out of sight, out of mind.
Insurances?
Yeah, insurances, anything.
Oh yeah,
governments, officials. They don't give a fuck.
They wrote me a letter that said, because I was trying to get oxycodone, but long acting, and that's like the big one that everyone's going after now. So anyhow, they write me this wonderful letter that denied me, and then at the very bottom it said, and quite frankly, we just don't think you need it.
Yeah, that's basically
like, how the fuck would you know?
That's basically saying, who gives a fuck? Oh yeah, you're in pain? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, it was really. they said to try all this natural shit and stuff, but then they also declined lidocaine and stuff. So what the fuck?
That's
like,
weird.
Listen, That new Sacha Baron Cohen show. You guys been watching that fucking show? It's fucking
I love the show, dude.
Dude,
I have
there
not
was
seen
a
it.
dark part where his character is trying to talk a guy into okaying 3-year-olds to have guns, right? So this fucking
This guy in
senator
New
turns
Mexico.
around and goes, this is what he said, which was like really, it's just a look into the darkness of these motherfuckers. He goes, you know, it's a good point because kids, they kind of don't know right from wrong, and that's the type of person that makes a good soldier. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I'm like, you fucking sinister piece of shit.
Well, remember Ender's Game? Did you see that?
No.
You haven't seen the movie Ender's Game or the book?
No,
read the
no.
book? Go
Wait.
go watch the
Game.
movie.
That sounds fucking familiar.
Watch the movie Ender's Game. It came out
Why the fuck does that sound so goddamn familiar?
4 or 5 years ago. Go watch that. That's basically
Okay.
kind of like what that's about, in a way.
I have to look that up.
Yeah.
like you're. It's like I know I've seen that.
It's a trilogy book, I think, but it's the one movie, and it's all right. It's not the best, but it's pretty good little movie. I liked it. Troy did not like it. I liked it though. We went to see it together.
Oh, holy shit!
Remember
Now
that,
I'm
Jesse?
getting
Me and Troy
flashbacks.
did a review. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then me and Tommy C got in an argument about it being a political movie.
Yes, I remember that now.
Yeah, he was like, "It's all about liberal politics," and I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" And little did he know things are going to get really weird a couple of years later.
Oh God!
I was right. See, Cronin, I told you.
Jesse, I got to be honest with you. Like the last show you were on with us, that was like the first time I ever met you, and we had like a fucking deep conversation about shit. And
Oh, yeah,
to me, my first impression of you is someone who has like not only a thirst for knowledge but a thirst for discovery, and that doesn't mix with somebody that you also says that they don't want to go on. Because I feel like if you really didn't want to go on, why would you give a fuck about any of this? You know what I mean?
Because
Like,
it's my makeup as well. It's kind of just my default, but the wanting to learn and all the other shit. So it's like it's very torturous because wanting to die and live so strongly, equally, is very hard. Like I said, 51-49. That 51%, that 1% actually is the only. Like if that's pushing towards the living, that's all I get.
But what if
this
this is your test? What if that's the test? Let's see if he pushes hard enough to get to the other side.
Well, that's definitely the test. It always is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe it is stem cells. Maybe it is fucking whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's oxycodone, but that actually helps for pain. But maybe that's the test. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, absolutely. That's kind of what that's probably the only reason I'm kind of sticking it out is to be like, okay, you know, that's kind of what I said to the universe. Well,
Okay, let me tell you something. Did I?
Either
I don't know if I mentioned this to you on the show last time.
Yeah.
There's a book I just read, and it's an amazing book. It's called The War of Art.
You did mention it, yeah.
I'm telling you right now, pick the fucking book up. Everybody should pick the book up because it discusses this voice that everybody has in their head, but everybody has their own voice, and they call it the gremlin. And that gremlin's in your fucking head, and it's constantly trying to tell you shit to hurt you. In other words, if it's somebody trying to diet, let's say, that gremlin gets in your head and goes, come on, dude, you could fucking have some you can have some of this food here, and tomorrow you go back on your diet. Who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? You have that in your head. And the guy who wrote the book, he's a writer, and he had that gremlin. He's like, you don't have to write today. You don't have to fuck, just go put it off. Do it tomorrow. Like, he kind of teaches you how to deal with that shit. And now I have it in my head where I pay attention to that voice. And you say to that voice, you know what? Go fuck yourself.
No, that's what it is. It has to do with awareness. Awareness just saves your ass big time.
Right.
Yeah, that's like mine is more like, did you hear what that guy said about you? Make a video about fucking his mom. Go ahead.
Jesse, send me your fucking, like, direct message me your address. I'll send you the fucking book.
And the cover.
It's a very short book. Very short.
Okay, yeah. I'll check it
I'm
out.
telling you, read it.
Wait a minute, Jesse, did you watch Inner Light yet?
No.
Actually,
you know what's funny? The last 2 nights I've thought about it.
You gotta watch it.
Did you Jesse, did you watch Girls Who Suck Cock and Eat Cum?
You know, it's you know what's fun about that?
Do you know
You know what's fun about that?
You know what's fun about that?
Oh, I know what's fun about it.
Yeah.
Oh, what I like is that they start getting nervous before anything even starts. I like that.
Oh my god.
So you must like the ones where it's like a talent fucking scout. That's like a fake talent agent.
Nah, it's more like I don't know. Not even
like no, he likes the one where like they're at a camp and like the girl comes over to your lodge and she's like kind of like into you a little bit, but she's unsure. And then you help her with it.
Yeah,
Right.
pretty much. Well,
See?
no, or it's like people that are afraid to feel because all they've ever done is fucked and they've never actually like made love before. It's like you better be ready to feel, and then they get scared. Because it's just like, yeah, it's kind of a bittersweet thing, but it's kind of like, yeah, you're gonna feel a lot of things.
Yeah, like you know,
Oh my
like they're
God,
very
dude.
timid, very shy,
This-
and the next thing you know, they're getting throat fucked, and their mascara's running down their face.
Yeah, and it's because it's them fucking initiating it. So
This guy,
that shyness up your ass.
fucking Tony sends me a message. He goes, Joe, I gotta be honest. I've been watching your show now just over a year, and you sometimes you'd make these jokes about this guy Jesse, and I never knew what the fuck was going on. He's like, but I gotta tell you right now, all those jokes are making sense right now, and I'm dying.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh
like
my
the
god.
goddamn like the crystal thing you did.
Yeah,
We-
like where I was rubbing
Yeah.
crystals on myself, and I was like, oh.
Or you
good.
had like my picture was like some kind of crystal thing you fucking put up. It was hilarious.
Well, that was probably before he listened, but I mean, like, I'm talking about like the last year when you weren't here, because like every once in a while, you know, someone would say something, I'd be like, why don't you call Jesse and ask him about fucking a crystal in its ass, and then your dick feeling good as the Mars aligns in retrograde or something. So this guy's probably getting all these jokes right now. It's
Oh
really
my
funny.
god, yeah, that's great. Did he just message you that?
Yeah, he was talking about like over the last couple weeks. He's like,
Oh,
last couple
God,
weeks, a
that's
lot of
great.
jokes have suddenly made sense. Like, I gotta tell you, that's funny. We gotta get out of here though. It's wicked late. This was crazy. Thanks for listening to Corrupted 61. Some on iTunes, Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. All the other episodes to listen to them. Some are on iTunes for free. We got Ken was in the house from the Foul Mouth on YouTube. Just over 1,000 subs now. There's 2 channels. Make sure you sub both of them because, as we all know, YouTube takes us down.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So
that's why you got to always have a backup, man. If you're gonna go into something like this,
Yeah.
always have a backup.
And hey, our backup after YouTube is Patreon, and after that it's our website. So like remember that. You know, Filthy Mouth Gamer in the house. Thanks to Justin Bailey, JBShow.com. Is it JBShow.com or JBShow.net?
You know, Joe, just for legal reasons, I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, that was. I think he meant that.
I think it's JBShow.net.
Yeah, I think it's .net.
What a
Yeah.
he copied me. What a fuck.
What, you had .net?
Yeah, me too. Well, I own .com, but it's under a different site. So I wish I had .com, but it's under a different. Anyway, I have to transfer it. It's a pain in the dick, so I just use the .net. But I do own both.
We should be foulmouthnetwork.com.
Yeah, can we make it .com?
God, that's gonna be a thing soon. Like all the porn sites are gonna be .com.
Seriously, let's start it. Let's start the trend.
Well, there's so many new sites and popping up like Minds and Gab and all those things. There's a bunch of new. There's a peer-to-peer channel for videos to rival YouTube. They're all popping up everywhere, but the only thing that's a little worrisome is like a lot of good people are on them because they want to escape the mind control of YouTube and the censorship of everybody. But the other problem is like a lot of the extreme alt-right are on there. You know what I mean? Like posting
Right.
we'll take back with Nazi things. And you're just like, oh no, like I don't want to be on there. Like, you know, like you're like, I want to be on there, but I don't want to. I'm not that person. Like I want free speech, but I'm not a Nazi.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do you do? But I'm on everywhere. So you know, whatever. We're all gonna be everywhere. So, Corrupted, I can't go live until October. So, whatever. But yeah, thanks to JB and Jesse for popping in later. I was excited for tonight. I think we had a really fucking awesome night. It was too bad what happened. We only had one casualty. It was Jesse, but he's a little bit better now.
Casualty.
You know, like I mean, you had a bad night. I was hoping we'd all be happy. You know.
You know.
It could have been. It could have happened to Bailey. You know, what I mean, it could have been him. He could have fucking not remembered how to open his truck door, and then we could have had a problem.
But seriously, Jesse, DM me your information. I'm sending you that fucking book.
All right, man. No, I'm all for it.
And we're sending you the cops too.
Sending cock? What?
No, what? No.
Jesse, bro, hang in there, dude.
We're gonna get you a stripper tonight.
I feel bad saying anything because it's like you could very easily turn around and be like, dude, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, it's not that easy said, but, you know, there's not much I could say or anybody else could. You know what I mean? With your position. But you're valued and you're a valued person. And I know, I could tell just by the small interaction I've had with you that you're a good dude and you're a good-hearted person. And I wish to fuck. I pray to fuck. I pray somehow, some way things change for you, bro.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
I really mean that.
Sincerely, thank you.
I love you, man. I really love you, man. It fucking hurts to hear you upset. Like, I want you to be happy tonight, so that's all.
Yeah.
But hey, you got a necklace like me in that picture. I just realized.
And by the way, I apologize for, like, we transitioned from being absolutely fucking crazy and saying crazy shit, and then you came on, and we had a hard time transitioning out of being assholes.
Yeah, we were really. Yeah, man. We were, Jesse, you haven't heard the show, but we were really, like, it was all dick cocks and making fun of everything, and then you came in and it was like, what?
And we couldn't lay the cocks down right away. So.
Yeah. But, yeah, man. So, everybody, thanks for being here. We basically did the post show on the show, so that's it. This will be a 3-hour episode of Corrupted again that I'll put up. And thanks for listening. Good night. Thank you for supporting. Shout out to all the new patrons. I love you in the chat. Give Ken some love. And Jesse on Twitter. He's not banned. And Facebook, Jesse, right? Because you do the Facebook still, right? Because you had a pretty fucking badass stream a couple nights ago that I want to put up still, but I haven't tried to get it yet. So we'll figure that out.
Yeah, Twitter or Facebook, whatever. You guys can get a hold of me.
All right. All right, everybody.
Peace out, everybody.
Later.
We're all going to hang up, right?
Yeah.
Let's all go to bed. Jesse, I'll be on Facebook if you want to talk to me.
All right, love you guys.
All right, good night. Good night, everybody. Again, thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting the show. Lil Bex is back on Patreon, it looks like. You guys missed a funny fucking show. It got really dark at the end, but we had a good talk there. Shout out to Awandi, who upped his Patreon from $10 to $20. Thank you, Awandi. And everybody else who became patrons that we talked about earlier. Thank you. We set the record for patrons. This was one of the biggest shows ever. We went up to 360 patrons. The goal of 400 is near. Thank you guys for all the help you guys give to me and to everybody else. Good night, and we'll see you tomorrow for the SummerSlam. The SummerSlam!